All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Bearclaw Dynasty. This is episode number 10 of our recurring King of the Castle Dynasty. That focuses on lore building, world building, and role-playing. Tonight, we are playing as Queen Alyster II. In Eastern, a monarch who is descended from an Eastern king and the Marcher wife. Before we jump into the game, as always, I have a little summary for you to catch you up on what happened last time. Neat or Night, hello, and thank you for joining. Welcome. And Normal Guy as well, hello, and thank you for joining. Your requests, I'm going to be taking a look at them after the summary, everybody, so feel free to request, and I'm going to go over the queue in a second. Before though, let me tell you what happened last time in the Bearclaw Dynasty. In the reign of King Alyster the Spider, who ruled from 1086 to 1104. Alyster, which lurks, had his own half-brother, King Oscar the Absolutist, eaten by the summoned spawn of Belfeminar. As a show of power, he then had northern warriors lure the Demon Queen at great cost to her banishment circle. Unlike many in the kingdom, Alyster thought that needlessly showing off one's strength was a proof of weakness, and so was aloof and coldly practical to the point of seeming apathetic in his pursuit of supremacy. The kingdom was wealthy. Alyster calculated that the potential gains from an expedition to Chur outweighed the loss of replaceable resources. The ship sailed in due time, but after more than a year without news, the expedition was deemed lost. Bandits beset the north. The king sent local warriors to deal with the issue, but they couldn't track down the evildoers, and in frustration, burnt down a village suspected of hosting bandit sympathizers. Alyster seemed to side with the peasants during the ensuing protests, driving a wedge between the chiefs and the crown. Foreseeing a northern rebellion and knowing he could rely on the counts, Alyster quickly married Baroness Gloria Sliptislap, great huntress and terrible planner, to cement an alliance with the March. The barons argued that with better royal advisors, the upcoming civil war could have been avoided, but they were not wholly honest. They were seeking to control the king by having him surrounded by marchers. With everyone busy preparing for war, the bandit issue went unaddressed. A bandit king began a reign of terror, hunting down travelers in the north for loot and sport. At last, for the first time since the Bearclaw conquest, a region openly revolted. Chief Redwood Eagle brought a declaration of war from Ephra Bulbizar, citing Alyster's dark magic and mistreatment of the north. Redwood was swiftly executed. Alyster had no regard for the North's grievances, nor mercy for traitors. The chiefs trusted their strength, but, helped by Alyster's strategic insight, the barons consistently outmaneuvered the rebels without the need for any dirty tricks. The counts only got involved to finish off the stragglers. To the nobles' amazement, the king had utterly annihilated the once powerful northern forces without losing a single battle. Cementing the North's humiliation, Alyster had the rebel leader beheaded with the very axe of Halbjorn, before giving the still bloody weapon back to the chiefs. Peasants cheered. Alyster's authority was now incontestable. The barons could hardly argue the king needed better advisors. The chiefs expressed concern about their commoners being left without armies to defend them. Alyster retorted they should have thought about that before rebelling, and the council refused helping them rebuild their strength. The Northerners stew in anger, and the elders among them recounted the legend of Oddhull's horn, but they knew they were not even strong enough to claim it back from the giants. Alyster felt he owed it to the barons to give them a natural heir. He spent time with Gloria, and they eventually grew closer. So when Gloria expressed an interest in trying her hand at governing a region, he put her in charge of the insolent North. The results were catastrophic. The ditzy Baroness turned most farmlands into hunting reserves and nearly ruined the Norse food security. The chiefs were so mad there were nervous jokes about a second rebellion coming. Gloria was put in charge of keeping the Threadwater River flowing, hoping this would limit the damages she would cause. But she would eventually flood the capital a few years later. Wise Alyster would be the first ruler of the dynasty to rule from the shadows, made seemingly omniscient by a labyrinthine network of informers. Master of military and soft powers both, King Alyster the Spider would rule uncontested, unnerving the nobles by always being one step ahead of their plots. Please get a round of applause for that which lurks, who provided this amazing summary. As always, these are chef's kiss. Thank you so much, Lurks. Thank you so much, Lurks. These are invaluable. These are invaluable. Vukic and everybody who joined, hello, hi. Welcome to the Bearclaw Dynasty. This is what happened last time. Now, without any further ado, let us get started in the reign of Queen Alyster II. Thank you, Lurks. Thank you. Look at those stats. Look at that one military. Primed and ready to fight another war. Alright. Their military is two guys playing rock, paper, scissors. Probably, yeah. Alright. Oh, I forgot the queue. You're right. Let me take a look at the queue. Thank you. Yeah, the Pirates of Golems. Yep. So, some folks wanted me to look at their portraits. So we have Thrifty. Wait, this is a new this is a new tokens person. Who is this? Huh. Interesting. Sirius, I would encourage you to request it through the channel point redemption. Yeah, who's the new who's the new tokens person? Marley. We have a new Marley, a new Tide person as well. Who is this? Wait, I think I've seen this portrait. And then we have Hesperas requesting it. Of course, the cutest as always, even though she's like 200 years old, almost 300. Then we have King Israel here. Ooh, it actually looks kind of like a dandy baron count. We have Shiny Quarks, who is a Count Shiny Quarks with the veil as usual. Yeah, thank you, Northwind. We also had dice challenges, and if you have no idea what that means, ask in chat, and I'm confident people will be able to give you a good answer. Deal 40k. There you are. So stern, so stern. We have Handle Gamer. Ooh, cute Countess. I don't remember. Oh god, what's the name of this? Is this Sylvia? Sirius. Where's Sirius? Sylvia, yeah, okay. Sirius. Badass warrior. Damn. Chief portraits are cool. I like chief portraits. We have Kiwi. Oh. Who is this Kiwi? Wait. Oh, right, you posted about this. This is the heir. This is the new heir, right? Right. And then we have Big Cheese. Where's Big Cheese? Yeah, Big Cheese's account I remember well. Yep. Here you are. Here you are. Yeah, you look a little older. Still is Mach Tank mode. And then we have Vasper. Vaspir is immortal as always. Alright. Alright. And that was all. First time on the console. Awesome. Is there an extension to check the stats as a noble? There absolutely is, yes. It's top left on your screen if you're on PC. I figure as thrifty the second kids are more time. Oh, what's that? What's that? I heard a noise. Oh! Normal guy! What? I did it funny. Normal guy, 34. Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind of you. Welcome. Just arrived and gifting subs left and right. Thank you so much for gifting 2 subs to the community. Going to Sumerki, who is, I don't know if they're in chat yet, but they're gonna be arriving later, for sure. And Lore Mason, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I've been saying this for months, but it's true, so I'll keep saying it. Every tiny bit helps in this moment of my life, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Like, character dude is going to be the Tempest King. Oh, I read about it, yeah. In the... Well, boo? Boo for what? Oh, you're in mobile, okay. I read about it in the roleplay thing. And Northwind. Praise the 7th indeed. A very selfless person. I can see that. Thank you. It's really appreciated, normal guy. Yeah, unfortunately the extension is only on PC. Is this the dynasty where I invented the printing press and they got banned, or am I mistaken it for another? I think it's that one, yeah. I think it's that one. It might be, the event might be on the World Anvil. Is it? Because it was quite some time ago. So it could be on the World Anvil. Check it out. Check it out. You should be focusing on the 10th. Yeah, in the March for sure. PC is occupied. God damn it. Elbow them away. Alright. Alright, we're done taking a look at the queue. We're done thanking Normal Guy for their kindness. So, without any further ado, let's get started with the dynasty here. With the reign. Pasnik Prime, welcome back. Happy to see you, how you doing? Coronation! Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your father, but now it's your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens to your coronation. Yes, should I get changed into my waterproof robes then? Yes, it may be for the best. Let us call the nobles in. I didn't know you could do that. Tiny Quartz. Hi, Pasnik. I hope you're well. Oh, right, printing press is Marcher. But yes, it's banned. Okay. Alright. Just working next to you, though. Still fun to do it. Sumerki, welcome! How you doing? And to Shy as well. Hello, hello. Sumerki, you got a sub, like 5 minutes ago. You got a gifted sub by Normal Guy. How you doing? Play these on a stream or as a normal? So this will be interesting. Well, I'm glad you can be here and play with us. I'm well, soon to go prepare things for dinner. Awesome. Happy to hear you're doing well, Pasnik. Definitely do enjoy dinner. Yes, you did. You did get a sub. I'm doing great, thank you. Thank you. So just very quick here. Two things. If I miss something in chat and you really want me to read it, feel free to repeat it and to at me. Or to highlight your message, one of the two. Hi, Doug. Thing number 2, this is a roleplay dynasty. So I personally usually try to put a little bit of roleplay in the way I play my monarchs, because I think it's more fun. And this dynasty has a lot of history. It's been going on for almost 3 months, so you know there's a lot to take inspiration from. And if you're new and you want to know more about it, you can check out our World Anvil. There was a link in chat earlier, or our Discord in the Kingdom Lore channel. On the Discord, there are some threads and pinned messages that give you information on the general culture and ideological characteristics of the different regions in this specific dynasty. And yeah, I invite you to roleplay as well. I invite you to roleplay as your noble. You don't have to. I think it's more fun. But you know, just take into consideration the fact that I'm gonna be roleplaying myself. Other than that, I'm just happy to have you here, and I hope you can have a good time. All right, so how do we do this coronation? How do we do this coronation? Nope. How do we do this? Get in that river. I think Queen Alyster II has a you know, respects tradition. I kind of hope that the council goes with that. Oh, this was actually closer than I thought. 8-8-11. Wow. Okay. 8-8-11. That's 28. There's still, this could still be overturned. I roleplay by setting out interests and goals my noble would have, because my noble gained power through military and was originally a manor lord. He values military and farming for the march. That makes a lot of sense. That's cool. We actually have a random trait generator that I'm currently slowly reworking. All right, let me count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Yeah, a lot of 90ists. Does that mean the monarch is a traditionalist? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. Tradition must be honored, yeah. Alright. It is decided the queen will be thrown in the river. And so it begins. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurtling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places a crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? Yeah, definitely Northwind, yes. Council introduction. Let us see who steps ahead to introduce themselves. Chiefs of the North. Knit! Good luck in the days ahead, your greatness. You'll need it dealing with us lot. I love the fact that after the devastating rebellion and issues that the North has had, they're sending in a younger clan to greet this queen, as if wanting to turn a new page. Glad to make your acquaintance, Knit. And Conte Big Cheese II, in honor to finally make your acquaintance, your majesty, I was dismayed to hear of your father's passing. This is an older house. So, you know, on the other hand, the counts are sending an older house to give the salutations. Also, I love the purple crown, since we come from an Eastern king. I love this detail. And Barons of the March. So Big Cheese II probably worked closely with our father. And to avoid heads rolling. Yeah, that too. And Too Shy II. Hail and well met, your highness. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape, huh? Another old house. Another old house. So, you see? The closest regions to the crown are sending old houses, and the chiefs are sending a new one. Kind of makes sense. Alright. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your father fought so hard for? It is. It is. And this is where we define the character of this queen. And I think I have a kind of a clear idea. Kind of a clear idea. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your father out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? So. How much did she inherit from Gloria? I think the determination. So I think that Queen Alyster II has grown, on the one hand, has been raised on the one hand by her father, King Alyster, who was calculating, very strong, decisive, definitely not merciful, you know? A very confident person. A calculator, you know, someone who was constantly calculating and making plans. And Alyster didn't let her rule? What do you mean, Darth Von Doom? Gloria? He didn't let Gloria raise? I think so, yeah. I think he did. How did the exam go, Lord Mason? Yeah, traitors get the chop. Exactly. You implied that he would stop Gloria? I think he probably... I don't think he completely stopped her. I definitely remember you saying otherwise in the last stream. You know, the fact is, let's be honest. Do you think Alyster truly had the power to stop Gloria doing anything? Yeah, Gloria could not be stopped. Let's be honest. So I think that all Alyster was able to do was damage control. So I think that Gloria took part, maybe less than she would have wanted to, in the in raising Alyster II, but I think she was at least part of it. Yeah, Alyster absolutely loved Gloria because she was unpredictable without meaning to. Yep. So yeah, I think that there was a little bit of an influence. I think that Alyster II, though, is different than her mother. In the sense that I think she's still, you know, determined, headstrong sometimes, but not careless as Gloria was. Gloria is an unstoppable force, Alyster is an immovable object, the perfect storyline, right? Yeah. I think kind of like that, Thrifty, but, you know, not as perfect, because that would be a great combination, but I don't think it's that good. I don't think, because, like, that is the ideal, like that would be the result of an alchemy. You know, if an alchemist had concocted a person out of them, that's probably what would have come out. But, you know, people are not as perfect as alchemical concoctions, so it's a little bit of both, and more. So I think that Alyster II definitely took some lessons from her father, as far as showing strength, being determined, being strong, being merciless, but at the same time also took determination from her mother. And she has her own baggage, right? Because her mother created a lot of issues to the kingdom. And also her father's politics, right? Both took a toll on the kingdom. Like, her father decided to not help the chiefs, both before the rebellion, because he saw the rebellion brewing, and after the rebellion. And as a consequence, look at this. Low farming. Farming was devastated. Military was devastated. And same thing, her mother devastated the chief's farming. The baron's farming was hit as well. So I think that what Alyster II wants to do is remedy to what her parents lacked. All right, I think that she wants to continue in her father's line of rule, but with her personal spin. You know, she's not her father, but also she feels like she should give the kingdom that motherly care that he hasn't gotten. So that's what she is. She's strong, she's determined, she's merciless, but she's also caring. Alright. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners, or are you just hoping for a favorable passage in the history books? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Well, let's go. So that's the concept for Queen Alyster II. And then, of course, she's going to be shaped by the events, but that's where she starts. A reminder that Oscar, infamous for being toppled by Belfeminar and bringing an age of famine, did less harm to farming than Lennox II or Alyster I. Yep. I want her to succeed, and well, I'm glad to hear that. An iron but gentle grip. Yes, precisely. Very firm, but you know, when it's time to squeeze and punch, she knows how to do it. What a gorgeous freaking beard and hair. Ermin, I think that's how you pronounce it. Ermin, of the Silent Striker bloodline. Hey, Silent Striker, welcome back. Legendary martial trapper stands before a blazing hearth, roaring with arms outstretched. A stern mother, yeah. Like, I think a loving mother that can be stern. Oh my god, it's stern. Yeah. When have the barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Barons of the March, it is your time to vote. How do you want to overthrow this queen? Do you want to follow sorcery and ask for the help of a wizard trying to raise authority? Do you want to intimidate the queen trying to raise stability? Or do you want to incite an uprising trying to raise the treasury? I like high farming because the peasants complain less and I have less work to do. Reasonable. So you want to intimidate the queen? I see. Looks like it. Alright. Yeah, it's definitely intimidation. No wizards, no uprising. Okay, let's go. You need to have proper food supply to feed the army? Yes, you do. The barons plan to hold the queen hostage in her own palace. First, they must lull the spymaster into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, they must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. There we go. We're gonna look at her very angrily. Yeah, that's true, Lord Mason. Storm of the Katori Blueberry... Storm is a great name. Oh my god, look at these eyes. Storm of the Katori Blueberry clan. Charismatic northern hero stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning as if in a trance. Not the Blueberry clan! Oh my god. No, not the Blueberry clan. No. They truly want power. Storm Blueberry. Yeah, they're back at it. This is why I love keeping a record of all this. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter Queen Alyster II. How do we make that happen? Chiefs of the North, How do you want to overthrow the queen? Do you want to follow a prophecy, trying to raise authority? Do you want to start Ragnarok, trying to raise your own military? Or do you want to follow a hornblower, trying to lower all faith? Is it going to be the Toot? Is it going to be the Toot? Or are they going to refuse the Toot for the first time since the dynasty started? What's it going to be? If they refuse the Toot, I'm gonna be amazed. It would be the first time. Is it the end of a long-standing tradition here? Surely the horn will work this time? It might. Oh my god, it's a tie. Oh my god! It's not the Toot! Yeah, Blueberry is claimed to be the Lord Render again. It's not the Toot! There's a bunch of chiefs here who haven't voted, so... Wow, it's not the Toot! I'm going to... This is historic, yes. I'm going to be counting down from 5. This can still be overturned. But it looks like it's not going to be the Toot for the first time. Counting down from 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And 0. It's not the Toot. The era of the Toot is over. The chiefs plan to realize an ancient northern prophecy. Before the new monarch rises, the kingdom will be ruled by a mad tyrant. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Now all the chiefs need is a mag and history will repeat itself. Oh my god, you're right. Damn, this Fran looks cool. Look at this outfit. Yeah, that's true, Vaspir. I'm worried. Fran of the Reaper Dynasty, legendary Eastern Elder, leans delicately on a podium speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Alyster II wears the crown. This was a Reaper, right? Counts of the East, what do you want to do to overthrow the Queen? Do you want to find the doppelganger, trying to lower your own defiance? Do you want to offer her ascension, trying to lower your own faith? Or do you want to try to possess her, trying to lower your own defiance? Time to vote, counts. All Declan knows is that Toot never worked. Of course, out of character is wrong, it will work someday, but he doesn't like voting for things that don't work. That makes sense. Fran Reaper, okay, thank you. Fran is pretty. I agree. Okay, Ascension it is. It's a worthy monarch. That canon is Griffin, okay. Okay. The counts plan to induct the queen into their secret cult and offer her immortality in exchange for the throne. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. To advance their scheme, they must lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Lesbian immortality. You didn't vote a cult. Yeah, you didn't. Okay. So we have two lost long nibblings and a distant cousin. So these are all distant relatives that are trying to grab the throne. The choir calls. Yep, everyone is related. Wow. All right, let's go. I think it's definitely golden choice here. This is the carrot. Yeah, this is the carrot. Alright, yeah, the Blue Parry family really has a history of betrayal. The family tree was already a mess, and it's gonna be even more. Itching for a fight, of course. Of course. Is this... Sure? The fact is, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Like, we're gonna go straight to this, and I don't think it's going to happen. And the reason why it's not going to happen is that two reasons. Reason number one, we need money for the reconstruction. We need money to finance the reconstruction of the kingdom's farming. And two, she saw her father's expedition fail, so she doesn't want to repeat that. It's a gamble, and she doesn't want to take that gamble. That's how she's a little bit different from her father, right? It's not that calculating. Do we still have Alyster the First Spies? No, I don't think so. One last Ashmedian war to send the Bearclaw Dynasty off. I'm gonna think about that. First, let me do this. She was not born when it happened? Yeah, but she knows about it. She definitely knows about it. X-Villain, thank you for joining and welcome. How you doing? You are a chief. There you are. Yeah, Treasure the Second really trying to get this going. Your Majesty, I have an idea. The best since lined parchment, I dare say. An expedition to Chur. Sounds churlish. Don't be so quick to judge, I implore you. The great unexplored and untamed wilderness far across the eastern sea awaits. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Chur? Who knows what they might find? A treasure, rare materials, ancient history, a new disease. Ex-villain, glad to hear you're doing good. Happy to have you with us tonight. She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. My liege, the first expedition to Chur aboard the Anya's Arrowhead was entrusted to a group of brave nobles. The lost expedition of the Oberdin was not. I appeal to your better interests on this matter. You know, if I were to meta these, I would definitely go for that, because you know that can raise farming. But I think that like it's just not. So you're saying the difference was the nobles, which is a very unbarren thing to say. We have more pressing matters on our mind rather than some childish expeditions. I agree. I'm not so. I apologize. Like, she would probably be very diplomatic about this, right? Saying, "I understand House Arlen's, desire to explore, but this is not the time. This is not the time." She looks crestfallen, but nods curtly. Very well, Your Highness. Your pile of gold will remain a pile. Perhaps another time. Yep, it's a pile. It's a pile. I understand your position is most delicate. After all, issues at home call, of course. I appreciate your understanding. I appreciate your understanding. Now let's see what... Honestly, apparently you want war. Apparently you want war. So are you taking it back on me for not sending the expedition to Chur? Your Majesty, we in the March have finished the complete reorganization of our new army. It truly is a powerful beast now. Yes, very lovely. Moreover, I was hoping the Crown might be willing to host some military exercises. The soldiers are restless. You want me to start a war? We just need a suitable campaign to whet our swords and spears. An unbloodied army isn't worth its salt, I'd say. Let's see what the council thinks. Instead of a costly war, Your Highness, we could establish mercenary companies that fight abroad and take a healthy cut of the profits. Or if Your Majesty wishes to gain something more than gold, we could use our might as intended and make inroads into Tavalin, whose meager army will surely be no match. Is it time for war? Wow, the fact that this comes at the start of a reign. Or crazy idea, we deny this idea, right? I read up my strategy in the Great Northern War. If we can't go east, we'll go south. The thing is, yeah, kill Ashmid, it's all nice and good to talk like that, but she knows full well that the kingdom is not as strong, is still healing up from the rebellion. My Highness, you may humor my request. We within the choir would like to reopen an ancient agreement, prisoners for our loyalty. I don't think we're interested. Not yet, at least. Alex, welcome back. Hello, hello. Happy to have you with us tonight. Exactly, Honest Swede. Exactly. Exactly. Like, the military is not as strong as it could be. I think the kingdom needs some healing now. And I'm gonna give everybody more gold. I'm gonna allow everybody to tax their peasants more to establish mercenary companies loyal to the barons and avoid conflict for now. This doesn't mean that we're not gonna get a war. I mean, if the opportunity arises again, why not? But I don't think this is the right moment. I think now we need to focus on inside. Exactly, like we need a chance to heal. We need a chance to heal. First player, hello. I think we need a chance to heal. I love how Vasper is just... Oh, Molotov. Molotov the dog says hello. Oh. What's up? Nico. Ow. Oh. You want to say hello to Molotov? You want to say hello to Molotov? Yenikwa. Yenikwa. Nope, she's going away. Never mind. Molotov. Alright, she's going away. Yep, that's it. She just wanted to say hi. The Royal Hound. I'm doing great, Alex. Thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. Alright, alright. I appreciate the fact that the nobles understand that this is a critical time in the history of the kingdom, and we need time to heal. Yeah, no traveling, you're good. Alright, let's go. It's A. Establish mercenary companies. Yeah, I know you refuse conflict. You give royal assent to the creation of new mercenary companies owned by the barons of the marsh. These companies fight in Ashmead and other lands where wars are plentiful. Everyone's satisfied, the barons get their exercise, and you get a portion of the blood money. Fantastic. A cat in disguise. The dog? Oh, absolutely. Molotov is part cat for sure. Like, she rolls up on our lap and does a lot of cat stuff. Honor guard. Let's see. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. Unfortunately, we can't recruit the northern warriors. There's been a major scandal. They got drunk and burned down a church of the 9th. You don't say. Old news. They won't come to the capital until this blows over. You'll need to pick someone else. Can't get the extension to work? Okay, that's weird. But you do see the extension, right? The old dragon? Yeah, that's normal. Hello, Neat. You are in the game. You are in the game already, and I think you're a chief. Yes, you're a chief. There you are. If you do see the extension, Dragon, DL Dragon, it's probably gonna fix itself in the next few minutes. It always happens when you rejoin. Candy Banana, hello and welcome. How you doing? What's wrong with the Chiefs? A lot of things. Yeah, I see the crown to click on the stream, but the thing it tells me to interact with in the game isn't there when I boot it up. Wait, what? You don't have to boot up the game. Like you play in Twitch chat, so you don't have to boot up the game. Like all you have to do is type commands in chat. So who do we get? We cannot get the Chiefs. Huh. Oh, definitely not the foreign mercenaries, no. Doing okay? Not sure if I can stay long today. Glad to hear you're doing okay. And yeah, don't worry about it. Just happy to have you here, even if it's just for a few minutes. What the fuck am I seeing then? It looks like it's telling me to enable something in-game. I think you have to have your Twitch account connected. But that's it. Like if anybody can provide assistance to that. Give me a second here. Dog is acting. Hey, check. KOTC. And that is. All right. What were y'all saying? My lord, I wasn't a member of your council when the rebellion of my kin broke out, but I for one would be honored to redeem the fault of the old houses by protecting you. Maybe this would be a singular signal for a true healing of the realm. I would love for that, but it's not a possibility. Wait, what? Yeah, it's not a possibility. The Chiefs are not a possibility because there was a scandal. See you in a bit, Lower Mason. DL Dragon. Yes, I can absolutely check. DL Dragon. Yeah, you're in the game. You're a chief. There you are. Ah, scratch that then. Mist Fader, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. You are a chief. Got a lot of chiefs and you're angry. So, I think... Good boy. I think the dog wants to go on a walk, but we went out like 3 hours ago, so... I might tell her... I might need to take a minute to just tell her to... You know, to get back to sleep. If she keeps popping in my room. Alright, so offer my own personal guard, able to protect against horror material, any material to protect you. That's intriguing. Miss Fader, hey, I'm just here to check this out. Unfortunately, Chief is the one I was least interested in, but I'll stick with it. How I can anyway. Well, I'm sorry that happened. Luckily for you, we are at the end of this long dynasty. We're gonna be playing this for these another 2 episodes, and then we're gonna start a new dynasty at the start of January. So, you know, you're not stuck for a long time. And also, we run other games with other regions on other days. But I'm happy you stumbled upon us. Yeah, I don't know what's up, DL Dragon. It's kind of weird that it's not working. So, let's see. I think my options here are 2. I'm thinking of 2 options. Yeah, awesome to have you here, Miss Fader. I'm thinking of 2 options. The 2 options are either going with the Eastern Knights, You know, to kind of confirm to the East, hey, yeah, I stand where my father stood, or I don't need an honor guard. And being like, there's not going to be conflict in this kingdom as long as I'm queen, so I don't need an honor guard. And sorry, Your Highness. Oh, yeah, don't worry, don't worry. You know? I don't think it's gonna be the Marcher Knights. Yeah, how bold is this monarch? How bold is Queen Alyster II? I don't think she's bold. I mean, I don't think she's that kind of bold. How B-O-L-D. Bold. Yeah, I think she goes with the Eastern Knights. To confirm to the East. Yeah. That she stands where her father stood. I'll make the arrangements at once. The knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a flurried bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. Yeah, there you go. Let's go. Auction time, everybody. Auction time. You know what to do. Let's get going. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising stability with A, lowering authority with B, raising faith for the chiefs with C, raising authority with D, lowering farming for the counts with E, lowering trade for the counts with F. I'm going to let you know when there's 20 seconds left and then 10 seconds left. I'm gonna write that in chat, so you know. You can count a little and do that kind of stuff. And if you see that there's a lot of delay, I definitely strongly encourage you to refresh after the auction. Vote, fund. 10 seconds left now. 10 seconds left now. Janusz, I'm gonna look at your portrait in a second here. First, let's end this 3, 2, 1. Ding dong. Taiko, welcome back. How you doing? Hello, hello. Janusz, there you are. Ooh. I love the combination of... I like this. Like armor, circlet, and glasses. Cool. Cool stuff. Alright, so we got a library raising stability and a cathedral raising faith. Holy moly, neat. And still making a library, of course. Good stuff. We have faith. Timidly. Ghoulish problem again. As the spring of 1104, in year of the 9th, dawns on the young reign of Queen Alyster II, the Kellenberg Tribune proclaims proudly, in its first edition of the year, Queen Alyster II makes a splash at her Treadwater River coronation. Long live the Queen! The kingdom... Wait, what? The kingdom celebrates over 120 years of the printing press. Marcher mercenaries companies sent abroad as arson against 90s churches in Moorhammer create a fiery scandal for Northern Warriors. Thank you, Kellenberg Tribune. Counts are doing well, I think. How about you? Well, yeah, let's go. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? It's going to be interesting. I'm kind of tempted to say men just to avoid Mag. You know? Alyster II legalized the press? I don't know. I don't think so. Imagine back being back. I think Alyster II probably knows, but... Yeah, no, another mag I'm saying. Go with women. Let's go with women. De facto legal after Marty the First. Yeah, I don't remember. If you say so, I definitely trust you. I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, let's go. Your Majesty, the Last Kingdom. Ah, not a bad tagline. Your Majesty, we are having terrible problems in the East. The people have lost faith in the Ninth God, and churches are being left to crumble. Now watch it be a mag, Gloria, and unknown third thing for the counts. But without priests to perform the rites, the dead are rising as ghouls from the abandoned crypts. There have been 9 attacks in the last week alone. Dark news indeed. We must remind the Eastern folk that they are lost without the Ninth to protect them, especially once they're past. Okay, what do we do? Yeah. I think, hire the adventurers, I think. Right? Even though this is funny. I'm going to say hire adventurers to eradicate the ghouls. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That sounds reasonable. I love how send more priests to the east and all the counts start voting in the complete opposite direction of that. Except Vaspir. Vaspir is going to vote 8. Even in that, they serve the Emperor. There you go. There's Vaspir voting A. Alright. Wow, this is very close. 11 to 9? Wow. Alright, let me count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Alright. Hire adventurers to eradicate the ghouls. The Adventurers Guild is very happy to offer you the services of a dozen loot-hungry scoundrels with a magic sword and a death wish. Fear not, Your Majesty, we'll put those rotten bastards back in the ground. The adventurers are as good as their word. They carve up so many ghouls that the farmers use the corpses as compost, and soon the East is quiet once more. Why you wish to remove the ghouls? Because they're kind of controversial. Yeah, Dragon Pete, I agree. Alright, let's go. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she has come to compose a song for you. Not just any bard, Your Highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. I may have no time for this. I may have no time for this. Daylight strips. Let her sing. You know, I think that Alyster thinks I don't need her to sing about me. I'm going to show them, you know, what I'm made of. Yeah, I have no time for this. But you haven't even heard the verse I've been working on. You roll your eyes as the palace watch drag the bard away. They never learn. Yeah. Yeah. I think that like Queen Alyster the second thinks this is equal to a trick. Trying to trick people into loving me. I don't need to trick them. I need to show them that I'm worth loving, being loved. Far to the north, where snows blanket the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs uncover an ancient prophecy foretelling the rise of the Tyrant Queen and the warrior who will overthrow her. A congregation of God speakers huddle around the tablets detailing the supposedly ancient story, whispering excitedly. Maybe she could have written a banger though. She's gonna write it for somebody else, it's fine. Praise Morgana, the tablets are genuine. And the gods are good, and we are blessed. Vukic, here you are. Storm will be our monarch, and all hail the Lord Render. Cheers, circle the clan hall, and Magavale is steeped over Storm's head. The influence of the old gods is spreading. We must ensure we keep the old ways of the north alive, and surely Morgana will bless us with the power to crown Storm. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must lower their faith to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Hey, Lelkatlan, good morning, how you doing? Happy to see you. Look at those 20,000 from Electory. I'm so ready to ruin it with the 100. Like, whatever I do, it ruins it, so... You know? I'm just gonna go with the common tax here. Even though... my back hurts sleeping on the couch for 3 days. Oh no, that's not good. I hope everything's alright. Wild beast attacks? And mercenary income. Let's go with mercenary income first. My liege, I have good news. Those mercenary companies that we let loose into the wild, they're still returning profits. What a wonderful investment. What happens now? I came here to give you your share, of course. Please, take it. The question remains, Your Highness, whether or not we call it quits. Call it quits? What do you mean? We sent them to Hashmade in order to blood them. They've more than proven themselves. We could bring them home and have them train our own military with their expertise. Or we can put them back to work with the expectation of future profits. You know what? I might say bring them home. I might say bring the boys home. Girlfriend got COVID and quarantined in the bedroom. Oh, okay. Sometimes I throw some food in. I hope she's doing alright. I hope she's doing alright, Lilkatlan. Albion time. The deal to change the world in expected turn events, the Steel Mold Treaty has been rescinded. House Steel claims this is due to frequent pushing of the treaty and public dealings with House Reaper by House Blood. A similar deal of before has been created with House Tycho, as Albion puts it. Good people on the wrong side at the beginning, 'tis good. They are on ours now. Albion protects. Wow, okay. The North becomes the only faithful region. That would be amazing. We need military up, right? I believe we should profit while we can, Your Highness. She's getting better. Maybe on Friday she'll be free woman. Awesome, awesome. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah, and also that you end up not catching it. Because bringing them home, and we'll never know how it ends. Awesome. The mercenaries scramble. I feel they do not respect your rule as much as they should. We must be careful lest they go rogue. Yeah, well, I think we should bring them hope. Bring them home. Is what I'm trying to say. I think we should bring them home. Because bringing them home didn't backfire on King Harald. Oh, it did? I don't remember. See, that's the good thing of not having a good memory. I don't remember what happened. I genuinely don't remember. Alright, it looks pretty decisively as if it's going to be B. Backfired on Harald, but I'm built different. Yes. Alright, let's go. 50%. Let's see how it goes. Bring them home. And it's a success! Boom! You send word to the mercenaries ordering them back. Before long, they'll return to the march where they are hailed as heroes. They spend their time training other greener troops up and down the kingdom. You know their experience will come in handy further down the line. Yeah, the chiefs get some. Yep. Anthony the Eternal, hello and welcome back. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Wild Beast Attack. She's built different, less northern blood. Bingo. Your Highness, I bring ill tidings from the north. Wildlife has gone berserk in rural areas. They are attacking villages and travelers all across the region. Tell me more about these creatures. They are great hulking beasts, clearly twisted by magic. Some say they walk and talk like people. The northern warriors are afraid. They say the creatures are dark omen, a sign of the end. Drakov's bones. Tycho, hey! What's got you into these chiefs that they can't handle a few wild animals? The other regions have plenty of their own problems, Your Majesty. No one wants to march up to the frozen north for something like this. Then what am I to do? Point of order, Your Highness, that the church's presence in the north is minimal. We could provide shelter for those who need it. All will be welcome whether they are adherents to the true God or not. It's the least we can do. Or if you can afford it, send a detachment of mercenaries who aren't afraid of a few wild bears. That should put an end to this crisis. Okay. Yeah, triumphant return. Faithless Kingdom. And we just got one faith in the north. Otherwise, that wasn't on the table either. Tell the Northerners that they must fend for themselves. Hire mercenaries to bolster the northern forces. Instruct the Northerners to seek refuge in the Ninth God's churches. You know, I'm okay with mercenaries here. Few mercenaries are afraid, a few wild... Yeah, right? Yeah, you know what? I'm okay spending some money on this. Yeah, let's go. I gotta give you money to bolster the northern forces. Yeah. 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 That idea they're gonna burn the churches with the peasants inside. Yeah. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make the northern a little bit stronger again. You know, like is this why we brought them back? No, these are not the same mercenaries. We're just gonna hire someone else, I think. Otherwise, we wouldn't have to pay. Oh, you misclicked? Yeah, never mind. I think this is one of the... What? Ice Giants? I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I think this is one of, like, a perfect example of what Queen Alyster II feels she has to make up for, right? Like, her thought here is, if my parents hadn't left the North completely unarmed, then, you know, undefended, then they would have been able to deal with this on their own. So we need to bring them back to, you know, a minimum acceptable in order to make them at least able to defend themselves. Maidenless, welcome back. Just in time. Let's do it. They did, yeah, they did it to themselves, but I think that there is a minimum that they should be. Like, that's what Queen Alyster II thinks. Yeah, and this is pretty much it, right? Like, 4 is what I was thinking. You find a suitable company of mercenaries and send an officer from your own city watch to oversee the expedition. They return with tales of a glorious hunt and legendary northern hospitality. Chief Mistfader is happy to report that the beasts have been forced back into the wilds. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, let's see if we get another mag. Wild Vikings, hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining. A glorious victory indeed. I have found 3 potential matches for you. Yes, yes, I know. Let's see the eligible bachelorettes. Nattery, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? So, Nattery, you are a chief. We got a lot of chiefs tonight. Look at you! I love the portrait. How you doing? Yeah, the highest faith is pretty ironic. Mag from the blueberry line. That's gonna be a red flag. Oh my god, I can't spell. Yeah, I can see that. What do you want in a spouse, my liege? Faithfulness. Shall leave the political fate in the hands of the other counts unless necessary. I won't interfere. I'm leaving the capital in order to help my lands deal with unnatural issues. Well, do take care, Janusz. And thank you for participating in the council as long as you could. Majority Baron? Slightly, yeah. One more person. Alright, but you know, we don't know if everybody's active, so... No, faithfulness in me. I don't know if that's the... It's Frida! Thank God it's not a mag. It's Frida. Okay, we're good. This is Frida. Firstborn daughter. It's not on me. Flag is not me, it's Twitch. It will go away soon. Yeah, it's not Mag. We're good. This is Frida, firstborn daughter of the Northern DL Dragon clan. She's been a melancholy sort ever since she was a child, but otherwise, she's decent enough company. She works through her sadness on the battlefield, going into berserker rages. She's an incredibly driven person by all accounts, gets up at the crack of dawn each morning and goes for a swim in a frozen lake. I can see the appeal, I suppose. This is Xenia, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Sumerki Dynasty. Apparently, they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. She bought a controlling interest in a silver mine in the east and made a killing. She did have to suppress a peasant revolt on her land recently. I wonder why. Nope. Sumerki, apologies, but your daughter had, problems with peasants, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Yep. A lovely girl, but, that's an issue. And finally, we have the Marshal's offering. Johanna, not even a Gloria, look at that. Scion of the prestigious Dragonpeat bloodline. And you can be sure she'll tell you all about how prestigious her bloodline is. Yeah, insta-denied. She's a zealous follower of the Ninth God, able to quote scripture backwards and forwards, and at volume. Oh, and she's not popular with the peasantry. Something about her sets their teeth on edge. I think we have a winner. Sorry. 2 people who are not loved by peasants. We want to be loved by peasants. She just sucks at speaking. She's socially awkward. Sorry. Yeah, that was easy. Yep. My now old noble and definitely not immortal count looks forward to this new reign. I'm totally loyal, like I was to the last 4 honors. Well, I appreciate that. Listen, choose the chiefs and you will end up sacrificing a pagan ceremony. Mark my words. Show me Frida again. Otherwise, she's decent enough company. You know what? Johanna's the best choice. Prestigious, follower of the Ninth God. The thing is, she's not popular with the peasantry. That's not good. Yeah, Johanna's the quick way to hearts of the 9th least minority in the kingdom, but I think we want to work through that slowly. Johanna's a neurotic jerk. Yeah, no. I do get it, but maybe you can make her popular. I shouldn't work on that. That shouldn't be the thing I need to work on. We can fix her? Yeah, no. Yeah, I wanted someone to be faithful to me. Yeah, Frida is neurotic but not a jerk. Frida of the North it is. It's an easy decision, honestly. Like, the two things that she wanted was someone who was not unpopular and who could be trusted. The DL Dragon family. I want to make a joke about picking me because I clearly need help understanding how Twitch works. You'll be sacrificed? We'll see. I'm popular because of her faith? That might be the case. Could be trusted chiefs under the prophecy scheme? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. This is like the third time you play a lesbian who marries a chief and lowers the defiance of the North so they can kill you. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Again, I'm not strategizing. Like, I'm not strategizing here. In a tiny village far to the east, two counts meet in a derelict tavern. No one dares even glance in their direction. Peasants all across my lands are rejecting the 9th god. Yes, and Ty's collectors don't dare knock at the door to my keep. Now we must not falter. If the queen grows proud, we can offer her the ultimate reward, immortality. For the next stage of the scheme, the counts must raise authority to 5 or more in 4 seasons. It's pattern recognition. Might be a vampire, yeah. I think we're good with this. Yeah. A spot of heresy, the royal wedding. Noises in the night? What the hell is noises in the night? Okay, let's take a look at this. It's a starry spring night, just like any other, until you wake to screaming in the courtyard. I genuinely don't know what this is. Get up and investigate the sound. Rubbing sleep from your eyes, you trudge over to the windows and push it open. A cool breeze washes over you, as does the pale light of the crescent moon. Then you hear it again. A blood-curdling scream followed by the sounds of shouting down below. Then, a deep, guttural roar. Something is attacking the palace watch. We are not a warrior. Barricade yourself in your chambers. It takes some time, but soon you have a makeshift wall of royal furniture, and just in time. A horrendous crash sends splinters flying as a hulking beast knocks down the door. The pieces of furniture that you had stacked against it slow the monster down, but only briefly. Just enough time to reach for a weapon. Not a coward. Take down your father's old sword. I mean, take down your father's old sword. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Axe? What axe? Where did you read axe, Katori? Yeah, take down your father's old sword. You hastily grab the sword and ready yourself for a fight, just as the hulking creature barrels its way through your doorway. A hulking, mutated Ursine figure stands before you on two legs, its maw dripping with blood. You don't have time to think before it roars. The sound is deafening. Yeah, wait for it to attack. Wait for it to attack, absolutely. You wait for a beast to make a move, looking it straight in the black pits of its eyes. When the bear swings at you, you're ready. You dive out of the way and prepare a counterattack. Fingers crossed. Short range? Wait, what? This can kill me? But the beast simply bats your sword away. It flies out of your grip, clattering to the ground on the far side of the room. You find yourself defenseless, staring down your own death. The beast closing in on you. Taking swipe after swipe, you can only dodge so many times before its claws catch you, raking your arm. Clutching the wound in pain, you fall to the ground. The bear towers over you. Don't spoil this for me, please. As if savoring the kill, you almost think it grins. What do you want from me? Your pleas fall on deaf ears. The beast raises a claw to strike a killing blow. Oh my god, thank god, okay. Oh my god. For a moment, I actually freaking thought that this could kill me in spite of the honor guard. And god, I wanted to not pick an honor guard. But before you can be sent to the thereafter, your honor guard finally comes rushing to the rescue. Kill the beast, protect the queen! Your Alyster knights leap valiantly into battle, but many are swept away like dry leaves by the beast's great arms, and their long swords no better than pine needles against its thick hide. Yeah, I'm definitely happy I got an honor guard now. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, these would have been quick. When the battle subsides and the beast finally collapses, the room is littered with bodies. Your honor guard have been wiped out and only the marshal remains. I came as fast as I could, your majesty. What in the name of the ninth god is that beast? This is the work of a curse. Perhaps you're right, your majesty. We will have someone study it, just to be sure. The creature's body is dragged away and eventually donated to the University of Quail for further study. Stories spread of your bravery and martial prowess. Commodores and nobles alike find new respect for the queen who has slain a bear in her nightgown. I actually haven't, but you got so traumatized by Irinavan that she's subconsciously avoiding having no honor guard. Yeah, that would have been incredible. Yeah, that's true, Anthony. Yeah, that was really close. That was really close. I did get scratched. Yes. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna happen sooner or later, Hesperus, for sure. One of my distant nieces was part of the order, but I'm not sure if she was one of the knights sent to the palace. Definitely. I mean, if you want her dead, yeah, definitely. I mentioned this before in the Bearclaw Dynasty, but the Northern Honor Guard have a special dialogue where they recognize the beast as Ulthrander. Really? That's so fucking cool. God, this game. Welcome back, Lord Mason. How was the walk? I don't think the monarch's surviving this. We'll see. Sounds like I've got some story to catch up on. You definitely do. Technically, you can beat it without an honor guard. Santana Waka beat the bear in a Bearclaw Dynasty. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Mock was nice. My dog was very antsy to get on it. I get it. Well, happy to have you back. Meanwhile, the wound you sustained in the battle takes a long time to heal. Thankfully, it doesn't appear to be infected. Your physician expects you to make a full recovery. Eventually. Alright. Jesus. I think we're gonna go with the royal wedding now, you know? I think there's gonna be, you know, the queen being all still wounded. Your wedding to Frida is naturally the talk of the kingdom. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Frida at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you queen and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Frida, refuses to dance at all, preferring instead to brood in the corner. By the time you find yourself alone with Frida, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. My ancestors will be furious that I got married in a cathedral instead of at one of Morgana's sacred stones. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Your words don't seem to sink in. Instead, Frida burst into tears. The peasants have the right idea. They get married for love, not for politics. Oh, to live the simple life of a commoner. Yeah, I think she's sympathetic with this, at least. There. We're both in this together. You comfort Frida long into the night, listening to her as she expresses her doubts and fears. As dawn breaks, she falls asleep on your shoulder, exhausted. That's fine. Alright. Spot of heresy. Let's see. Darth Von Doom, hi. Your Highness, I'm stunned, outraged, and incensed. I've been summoned to trial by the Inquisition on some nonsense fabricated charge. Well. Oh shit. They're claiming I'm part of a cult because of the peculiar design of my crest and how I have exactly 10 people at every meal and the strange noises from hidden chambers. Darth Von Doom. What do you have on your crest? It's a spearhead? Okay. An arrowhead? Well, strange noises from hidden chambers. It's ridiculous. No one dares defend me on their own. They're too scared of the High Inquisitor. The trial is set, but the Council must intervene, Your Grace. Though she remains silent, the Council is keenly aware of the High Inquisitor's steely gaze from across the chamber. Yeah, the cultist crest is the heart. Right. I mean, we just do it, right? We just do the 100%. Cupid Devil Heretic. The arrowhead crest symbolizes our boldly venturing to the unknown. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. We definitely don't help the Inquisition here. That's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. What do want to vote B? Sorry. Sorry. I believe fully in the legal process, right? Trust the law. Trust the law. I mean, it's just a witness to defend Countess Darth Von Doom. It doesn't mean that she's gonna be innocent. It's just a witness. Alright, it's pretty clearly A. Let's go. Welcome back, King Israel. Let's go. You distribute a proclamation among the counts asking for witnesses of Darth Von Doom's innocence. Countess Shiny Quarks eventually comes forward, claiming to have known Darth Von Doom since childhood, and that her devotion to the Ninth God is second to none. The High Inquisitor finds little solid evidence that could work against such an enthusiastic testimony. Reluctantly, she drops the charges and pays compensation to Darth Von Doom, who sends you a small gift in thanks. Well, thank you. Fantastic. See? That's good. Piper is an atheist. Or someone who pretends to be an atheist very well. You would never join a cult. Second to none. Zero faith in these. Accurate, reasonably accurate portrayal of how the European Inquisition worked. Right? All hearsay. Deep in the forest of the march, Baron Otto Valgener has gone boar hunting with a few of their close friends. Our plans are going better than expected. This Spymaster thinks that all is well in the kingdom. Thanks to her lack of attention, I've secretly smuggled in gunpowder from Kurth, enough to give our armies an edge. Things are proceeding better than I ever imagined. Our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agents. Should be easy enough if the Queen can't pay them. The Watch will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of their scheme, the Barons must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Well, well. Well, well. Well, well. You have 2 seasons. Well, well. T Edition also needs gunpowder? I don't remember. Fevered dreams in the name of knowledge? What are these? So first of all, let me grab a new honor guard. I've never seen that, yeah. The deaths of the honor guard in the line of duty was a tragedy, Your Majesty, but we don't have time to mourn. We must replace them at once. The Queen needs protection. Can we get the chiefs this time? Oh, we can. Do I even want the chiefs? I'm actually considering the mercenaries, yes. I'm considering mercenaries, but, you know, I think that Alyster is trying to make pretty much everybody happy. I once more offer some of our own guards protection from physical and non-physical threats. You know, that's kind of... I'm actually thinking veterans. Because we got married to a chief. We previously got the counts, and now I think we're gonna get the barons. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Made my decision. Veterans. Give me the veterans. And also, the fact that, yeah, it's coalition. It's Kingdom of Cold Coalition soldiers. This is occult stuff. This is probably a curse. So I want somebody who's trained protecting against that kind of stuff. Very good, Your Majesty. I will make the arrangements at once. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne, hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. It's a dangerous move, as chiefs have a well-known history of killing monarchs after being appeased. That's true, but what can you do? Watch them all die immediately. Yeah, that might be the case. Welcome back to Murky. Couple guards to send to you. Well, thank you, Sirius. Lurks! God damn it, Lurks. Yeah, let's go with the dreams. Over the course of the summer, you find yourself plagued by your horrific dreams. You're running through open woods full of screams as your colossal jaws bite beast and human alike. You're always hunting, always hungry. Council has noticed your lack of sleep as you become tired and irritable during court sessions. Something must be done. Yeah, find a local physician to help you sleep. You send for a university-trained physician who goes through the usual remedies. She's helpful and kind, but nothing works. She refers you to a controversial professor at the university who specializes in the study of dreams and something he calls the apiary. We'll speak with you soon. Alright. For reasons you cannot quite fathom, a cloth-covered cart is wheeled into your court. It stings all the way to the thereafter. In the name of knowledge, I've never seen this. Your Highness, I bring troubling news. That better not be what I think it is. If it is protection against the occult you seek, I could send some Eastern witch hunters to consult on these protections. Absolutely do send them. This is the body of one of the Palace Watch. At least it was. What? He was slain a few months ago in your castle after trying to kill you. Do you recall? The bear? Yeah, I was attacked by a beast, not a man. Just so, Your Majesty, this is he, transformed by some terrible curse. With your permission, I'd like to study him further to determine the curse's origins. The university would pay handsomely for the privilege, Your Highness. Yes, you may study the beast, if you think it will help. You permit the study of the creature despite the clergy's grumbling. Weeks later, startling news reaches your ears. There is a massacre at the university, with a similar beast killing a score of professors and students alike, including Professor Drayton. This time, no chances are taken. The dead are burned immediately, including the beast, felled eventually by the city wash. You hope this is the last you ever hear of this curse. Wait, this happened already? See, this is the great thing about having a bad memory. I genuinely don't remember this. Yeah, maybe the clergy's right a little bit. Yeah, whoops. Holy crap. Alright. Auction time, everybody. Auction time. Oh yeah, the coalition probably has a few people in the university, yeah. Let's go. Auction time. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Yeah, the coalition is a little bit like the SCP. A little bit. A little bit. So your options are raising faith for the barons with A, lowering stability with B, raising trade for the chiefs with C, lowering faith for the chiefs with D, raising authority with E, and lowering military for the counts with F. I'm gonna let you know when there's 20 seconds left, and then 10 seconds left. And 20 seconds left now. And then, no, not 120, but 10 seconds. Boom, 10 seconds left now. Vote, vote, vote. Fund, fund, fund. Alright. The Chiefs are coming back. The Chiefs are coming back. Paznik. Look at Paznik! Coming in and funding both buildings. Oh, an observatory and a grand bazaar. Wow. Good job. The Mad Professor. It's time for your meeting with Professor Arthurus, the man who will supposedly cure you of your horrid bloody dreams. Yeah, Paznik rebuilding the north by himself. Ah, your majesty, you have quite the rotten pickle in your hands. Bad dreams, yes? You could say that. You're in luck. You're speaking to the foremost unraveler of the apiary's mysteries anywhere in the kingdom. But first, my fee. 1800? You can have half, and that's it. Okay. 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 Twitch is lagging? Yeah, it's not me, it's Twitch. It's Twitch again. I suppose it shall have to do. No, I'm not being cheap. I'm saving money to use it for the kingdom and not for myself. Arthurus helps you lie on his shiny operating table, then restrains you with thick leather straps. These straps can't be necessary. Arthurus merely smiles. He pricks your arm with a small needle and you fall into a blissfully dreamless sleep. When you awake, Arthurus is sitting in a nearby chair and nervously biting his nails. It's worse than I thought, your majesty. Your dreams are not mere nightmares. You carry the beast within your blood. Please explain. The Northerners call them Ulthrander, poor souls afflicted by a curse of Knelkvist's making, made to roam the world as part human, part beast, a therianthrope. Quack doctor. So what are you going to do about it? Only someone with knowledge of ancient magic can cure this affliction. All I can offer is this poppy decoction to help keep the dreams at bay. Perhaps that will lessen the urges. I'll take it. Of course, Your Majesty. You take the potion regularly, though it tastes like honey and rubbing alcohol. Mercifully, the dreams fade, but not completely. Well, shit. What would we want to do? Yeah, I think we... Oh, God. I think we seek out a wood switch for a folk remedy, right? The choir. The choir is rumored to have something to do with the pox with the blue pox. So I don't think that Alyster wants to have anything to do with the choir. If you just ignore it, it'll go away, science. Yeah. Like the fact that the person said, oh, it's bad, you have the beast in you. But yeah, it's a heretical witch. God, I'm not quite sure what Alyster would do here. I think that if we hadn't had the event at the university, she might have just ignored it. But the fact that she has seen this happen and been very pernicious makes her want to find a remedy. We all have the beast in us. Yeah, I don't think that's what it means. While the Spymaster keeps an ear out for rumors of magic, you begin your search in your spare time. You can only hope that you find someone before something terrible happens. Alright. The Northern Chief's God Speakers have uncovered an ancient prophecy. Let me guess, you think it's all fake? Of course it's fake. Nothing those pagan gods have ever said or done is real. This is but one of our countless myths used to justify the behaviors of immature heathens. What she means to say is the chiefs plan to use the prophecy to justify and city true or not, many Northerners believe it. And now it's starting to, you know, alarm. Red flags are starting to show. Cut to the chase, what do I need to do? You must ensure that faith in the North, in the Ninth God, is strong across the kingdom. It will be our best defense against the pagans. Well, yeah, good luck with that. Coalition guards would know this curse from a previous queen and would suggest a remedy of folk nature. Is it the same thing? It's like paid half than full. Okay. Use some essential oils. I mean, I'm gonna give you gold to delay this, because that's all we can do here. That's all we can do. Or, God, I don't know. We could just go with priests, you know? I love how people are just voting. We could just go with priests. Yeah, I mean, piss him off, great idea. I mean, it's kind of saying, hey, oh, you want to play that game? Okay. Like, this is kind of going around the problem. This is showing strength, in a sense, right? It's like, oh yeah? Gonna do that? Let me show you. But I don't know. I don't know. What does the council think here? Does it even make sense? Probably doesn't make sense. Methinks see. Yeah, no, I'm not asking the chiefs. I'm not asking the chiefs. I'm asking the others. I'm not asking the chiefs. We learned 2 times in history of what the chiefs do with this so-called prophecy. Yeah. They already went twice for the prophecy. They won't be convinced otherwise by now. A is the best. It would boost defiance. Yeah, that's strategizing. Yeah. They need faith. That's the other. So my response is C, obviously. A, counter prophecy. I think B is good for the kingdom. I'm kind of feeling the 9th as well, you know? You know what? Let's do it. Let's try to break the broken record of the past. I think that she's starting to see why her father saw the North as trouble. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think she's starting to see it. Yeah. Gotta count down from 5-year vote A to get free money. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I saw more people vote. I'll give you a few more seconds. I can see that as well. We must order the money. I mean, priests to go investigate the money. I mean, prophets. Alright, let's go. The Archbishop mobilizes the priesthood. Emergency sermons are held in every church across the kingdom, warning the faithful to stay vigilant against pagan lies. Hundreds of priests are sent up north to preach to the local populace, which naturally causes tension with the chiefs. You hope it will be enough. Alright. But your heir. Marriage to Frida has grown stale, or you get along well enough, but you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about perfecting her combat moves than your happiness, but spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congrats are in order, blah blah blah. Alright. Love loses, yeah. Love loses. And we're not gonna have a child with Frida. We're gonna make a youngest cousin our heir. Entirely sensible idea. I'll make the arrangements at once. End the season. Adopt Lowborn. Yeah, that could have been an option, but it's still too far-fetched. Somewhere in the march, Baron Otto Valnir sits at a banquet, gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. They and their fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. Palace Watch won't accept our bribes. The treasury is practically overflowing. They don't need our money. And I suppose they ran straight to the spy master to blab about it too. Damn our luck, is this the end? The best investments are never profitable to begin with. We will bide our time and strike again when the queen least expects it. Baron's gotta lower the treasury. Far to the north, an ancient ceremony in his smoky clan hall reaches a fever pitch. Storm, the chief's claimant, sits atop a throne of bones surrounded by god speakers chanting in a forgotten tongue. And thus with Morgana as my witness, I hereby crown you the monarch in the north, the Lord Render, soon to be monarch of all the kingdom. Glory to the Lord Render, chosen of Valtor, glory to Morgana and the north. The assembled chiefs roar in chorus with each other. Steins are smashed against one another in celebration. Many faithful warriors of Valtor have already joined our cause, fellow chiefs. Now we must bring down the false queen in the south and fulfill the prophecy. The only question is, how? I think it's Prince Storm. Alright, have a good night. Have a good night, Tycho. Take care. Thank you so much for playing with us. See you around next time. Yeah, it's constantly scheming. European Union, welcome back. Hey, how you doing? All right. Oh yeah, it could be Prime. Let's go. So, your options are Chiefs of the North. It is your time to vote. Lure the Queen to the North and sacrifice her in a pagan ritual, trying to lower your own defiance, or sacrifice thousands of ghosts to the old gods and call upon them to intervene, raising your own farming. Oh my god, if you go for B, I'm screwed. Yeah, B is absolutely detrimental for me, because that's what I want to do. Oh my god. Oh my god. And you're actually going for B. I have a bad feeling about this. And it would be more respectful, yeah. You can raise out factions farming, you'll be fine. We'll see. Alright, it's B. You know where you can put that off for Reaper. So it will be. Send out the word, every citizen of the land must provide a goat for the butchering. But first we drink, in honor of the gods. More cheers are wrapped throughout the clan hall. Come morning, there will be a lot of work to do. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must raise their farming to at least 5. Stop with the freaking offer, Reaper. Just stop it. We're not doing it. So... that low? 5? It's usually 2. Yeah. European Union, you're a chief. You're a treasonous chief. So do we go with, I think just common tax here. Yeah, common tax. Oh, look at that. 2 northern things and prying eyes. These are the counts. Oh my god. I do love money. Of course you do. What is sigils and stone? I want to see these. Your Greatness, unfortunately there have been some strange things happening at the newly built Grand Bazaar, says Risk Player. You reject us today when you're old and rotting you may remember the foolishness of your youth. I may not even become old and rotting. Auction related event, yeah. But I'd rather keep it quiet for now, the other nobles can't be so judgmental. I don't want people to think I don't have a grip on my Grand Bazaar. I shall count the coins. Tell me more. Odd symbols are being painted on the bricks of the Grand Bazaar. No one knows where they're coming from, but those who look at them too long grow restless and feverish and must flee. Nope, we'll open into the council. Chief Risk Player sighs and head into the council chamber. We can paint them over, set troops to guard the area. I definitely think we don't leave it, right? Oh, Alex, hey! You have a good night. Thanks so much for being here and for sticking around with us. You do take care. Hope to see you again next time. Have a good night. So nothing but symbols. I gotta say, set troops to guard the area. Monarch vote, so I'm just voting for it. I'm not giving you money, I'm not doing anything. But I think the monarch suggests setting troops to guard the area. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, never mind. Okay, this is actually close. It's 7 to 7, 7 to 8, 7 to 7 to 8, 8 to 7 to 8, 8 to 8 to 8, 8 to 8 to 10, 8 to 8 to 11. Alright, apparently there's nothing to worry about. Let me count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. The 9 to 12. Leave it, there's nothing to worry about. The chiefs spread rumors about the growing number of symbols appearing on the bricks of the Grand Bazaar. Why isn't the queen putting a stop to this? Okay. Because the council didn't want me to. Are the counts delayed? I don't think they are, right? I don't think they are. I think it's too late. You are? I thought that once the event started... Yeah, but I thought that once... Isn't prying eyes like the counts? Yeah, I see that it's below the threshold, but I thought that once it started... Okay. Then I must have been... I didn't know. I thought that once the event popped up, it would go through. Okay. It just won't progress? Okay. Okay, good to know. A devastating avalanche has buried a mountain mountain village within my domain. There were few survivors. I suppose the kingdom should lend a helping hand. The other nobles are under no obligation to help the north, but surely they will vote with compassion. And when they choose to have vandalism on their bazaar. It's like mustering an army last reign. It spans because we started the season with the right stats, but things changed. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, we send the help, right? Yeah, I think we just send the aid. We just send financial aid. And I'm gonna even give you gold to do that. Let's send financial aid, because we're not assholes. Because we are not assholes, unlike the chiefs. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this poor queen. I have a bad feeling. Vote A, vote A. Vaspir is just, of course, voting with the Archbishop. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Vaspir is not a rebel. Vaspir is just very faithful. Your funds go towards resettling the survivors in neighboring villages with enough gold to see them through the winter. And Chief Serious Heap thinks, schemes a little off the top, of course, for their trouble. Asshole. That's pretty soon for the 9th god. Let's see this. Your Grace, you are of course the greatest queen in the century. Is there something you're after? Your Majesty, I seek only to tell you the truth as I see plain. But your power could be even greater. Death comes for us all. But what if we didn't have to? What if you could be the greatest queen for all millennia? What are you saying? Greater than Gloria. Yeah, you are an Isilbot. That's true. Simply that there are opportunities for your reign beyond what you may have imagined, Your Highness, and I believe you are strong enough to take them. I can arrange more meetings so that we may discuss this matter further. The door bursts open. Ah, I see she got to you before I could. Your Majesty, the Council are trying to prop up your ego, but agents tell me that they aim to recruit you into a cult of immortal blood drinkers. And then what nonsense, Your Majesty. Whatever could she be talking about? Is this true? Of course not. The Church will never let you get away with this, and nor will the Council. But see, we get a vote. We get a vote. So what about it? So if we just if we say leave the counts to their business. Oh, I get what you mean now. I get what you mean. So like basically this means that if we go C, then it's just delayed anyway, right? That's what it means. Right? I think that's what it means. I think I get what you meant earlier. Indeed, we can't come pre-countered. Okay, okay. Then what do we want to do here? I mean, the queen doesn't want to do this. I'm fine with people voting A. If that's what they think is. So I'm going to say veto C. I'm fine with the council voting A here. Definitely. I'm fine with B as well. Like, whatever the council thinks is the most appropriate response, I'm gonna go with it. I love how... What's that thing behind you? Is that a dagger? Aspir, you're voting against... You're voting against the counts? I'm afraid that they may be trying to kill you here. Look... that looks like a dagger to me. I'm so sorry, Vaspir. I'm so sorry. You should look, you know? You should look at your back. Yeah, that looks suspiciously like a dagger. This is a tie. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Read Vaspir. I hope Vaspir saw it. Yeah, not a tie anymore. Force the monarch to officially refuse to join the cult. The nobles leave you no choice. You sign a statement saying that you're not interested in immortality. Not one bit. Yeah, sure. Sorry, my murder plot was spoiled by the painter, but I felt like I had to stay still for the portrait. Everyone about to use their intrigue on Vaspir. Yep. They don't like how youthful I look. For a 300-year-old person? Yeah, you do. While playing a game of chess in an austere castle, 2 counts of the east discuss their schemes against the crown. By Xenia's ashes, the queen must get a grip on the kingdom. We can't allow her to join our secret society of immortals when she can hardly keep the crown on her head. The count seemed to raise authority to at least 5. Okay. I think this is just it. I think this is it. Stop the count? Nah. I like these. Like, Monarch's vote is actually more relevant than people think. Sometimes, I feel. Wow. We're having so many northern events. Witch hunting. You've earned stop the counts for stopping the counts. See, just proves the counts don't trust each other. So much backstabbing, yeah, going on in the east. That's true, yeah. Yeah. Which hunt it is it? I don't know which hunt it is, you know? I'm not sure which hunt. Let's go with a curious discovery here. Your Majesty will recall the devastating avalanche that struck the north. Yes, I remember, a tragedy. The avalanche uncovered an ancient stone door embedded in the mountainside. We suspected may be one of our ancestors' tombs. Some locals pried open the door and investigated within. They did not return. Okay. Which hunt are you talking about? I don't know. I don't know which hunt they're talking about. Not sure at all. Whether the tomb shut back up? That kind of sounds like a good idea. Shut it up. Shut it back up. Just shut the tomb up. Yeah, this reminds me of something. First hidden RP run MrKaji did. He married Orid, but lost to the Barons. We have a lot of lore masters around here. Damn, how do you remember that stuff? Chance for the North to prove its worth once more. We'll see. Let's send in the Were Scholars. Thank you for being loyal, everybody. I appreciate it. Let's close the tomb. Let's close the tomb. This is the tomb of our ancestors, and we deserve to know what it's hiding. You are forbidding us from knowing our own heritage. You suspect they are more concerned over the fact that the ruins could contain valuable treasure. Still, no point risking it. Exactly. Oh, the Marigatron. Now that you say that, I think I remember that. Yeah, right? Yeah, that's part of it, Northwind, I agree. Unofficial polyamory, yeah. Let's go with worried workers. Your Greatness, can I ask whether you know anything about ghosts? Why do you ask? The servants around my Grand Bazaar have been hearing all manner of things from the tunnels below. Strange noises, footsteps, muttering about the horned beast. Everyone's getting worried. Roleplay polyamory. Are you gonna call? I'm gonna clue. No, not I'm gonna clue. Yeah, you know who you're gonna call. Give a prize to people who stay in the tunnels overnight. The tunnel must be exercised. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Tunnels must be exercised. Or actually, I'm fine with the flooded tunnels as well. I definitely don't want to spend money on these. I think it should be exercised. I strongly think it should be exercised. I think it should be exercised, yeah. I think it should be exercised. Let's do this. Let's take the gamba. Ghosts can swim? Can they? Can they now? Some ghosts can swim. 40% chance. That forced damn water. Yeah, make the ghost swim and run and do squats. Alright, let's do it. Exercise. Exercise time. Burpee is for the ghost. 40% chance. Do you think whenever something like this happens, the agent of the house, those various occult organizations fight over who gets to investigate it? Probably, yeah. It's a fail, fuck. A group of priests gather nervously in the tunnels, filling it with incense as they chant. Mysterious footsteps echo all through the walls. One priest scurries away, claiming to have a stomachache. Another faints. One by one, the rest make their excuses and flee. Now that the ninth god has failed them, the terrified merchants band together and decide to just flood the tunnels instead. Diggers work day and night to redirect a nearby river into the tunnel. As water rises, the diggers claim to hear screams and scratching at the walls. Probably just rats, right? Yep. Probably. We solved it. Yeah, I agree with Vasper, unfortunately. So let's see which hunt they were talking about. For weeks, you've searched for a witch or warlock that can treat your dark and bloody dreams. Knowing the church would be outraged if they found out, you must take discreet action in your witch hunt. Ask traders and traveling merchants for information. Yes. 90%. Oh my god, yes, it's a success. Thank God. Thank God. I think Automod removed it because there were a lot of symbols. Marley. You have received watch question every trader coming through the capital, and your loyal nobles do the same. Through the rumor mill, you hope to find some whisper of what you're searching for. Yeah, I've got loyal nobles, alright? You can only hope a clue turns up soon. Not only are the dreams getting more frequent, they're more vivid. You're starting to doubt their dreams at all. Alright. This is gonna be close. This is going to be close. Drown like a rat? Your ear? Rising tempers? Your ear. Let's go. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask my crown be passed down to... my cousin and adopted son. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Vaspir! See, loyal nobles! Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on adopting an heir. What is his name? Alyster III. How exquisite, your grace. I'm sure little Alyster III will grow up to be a chip of the old block. You're a loyal Vaspir, right? That's what I gather. I'm just on vacation and happened to pass by. God damn it. Drown like a rat. Let's take a look at this. Unfortunately, after we flooded the tunnels beneath the Grand Bazaar, it turned out there was someone living down there. Emphasis on the was, past tense. Obviously the flooding killed him. He was wearing funny robes, but since he didn't float, I suppose he can't have been a warlock. I'm nervous about the common folk hearing about it. Possible warlock drowned right under the new Grand Bazaar. These sort of things get them scared or angry, or both. You've got a point. Oh, these are not good chances. Hold a massively lavish funeral. I think we just hold a simple funeral here. Yeah. Just make a simple funeral and that's it. Right? I was visiting St. Bertrand's Cathedral and heard about the birth, so I popped in to say a few words. Convenient. Yeah, I don't want to keep it. I think we just hold a simple funeral here. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like it. That sounds like it. We just make this a normal thing so that people don't, you know, make a fuss about it. Like, it's not a matter of state. It's not one of those things where you really gotta work to, you know, cover it up or, I don't know. Like, it's not like the return from Chur, where it deserved a big ceremony. It's just a guy. Hold a simple funeral. It does deserve honor, but, you know, not this grand parade. Weren't you listening? This will just upset the peasants. The Archbishop gives the anonymous drowned man a short but respectful eulogy. Far from being upset, the common folk are impressed by the kindness of the church. There you go. Pay the 1,000 gold? No need. No need. Wow. So wait, the two things that were there didn't happen, right? That's weird. Okay. Huh. Ah, the north is fine. The north is fine. Ah, Alyster, I have something I need to discuss with you. Baron Lord Mason challenged my honor, calling me a coward only fit to fight training dummies. I must duel him at once. What little reputation I have depends on it. As long as you're careful. I don't care. Yeah, you got denied your faith increase. I actually would have liked it. By Odhill's horn, I will be, not to worry. The very next day, Baron Lord Mason is summoned to the fighting ring for the much-anticipated duel. You've always been a coward, Frida. Don't worry. There's still time to back down. Stay silent. You bite your tongue and watch nervously. The two combatants circle each other like lions, their axes drawn and pointed at each other. When they finally come to blows, the fight is over almost as quickly as it begins. A quick parry here, a thrust there, and suddenly Frida is holding up her hands in a display of surrender. Well, it's going to turn into radish pulp. Not the berserker I knew. Yeah. Sad Circer. I surrender. You win. Well fought, Baron Lord Mason. Fridas faces a storm of anger and humiliation. Baron Lord Mason merely laughs. But luck next time. At least you've proven you're not a coward, just inept with a blade, despite all that practice. Frida barely speaks to you over the coming weeks. Instead, she spends most of her time in the practice yard, angrily swinging at the dummies from dawn till dusk. Sorry. Sorry. Nah, I prefer this person being an embarrassment to themselves than bringing up problems with the peasants. I think it shows Alyster's strength and the trust the nobles have in her that a mere monarch's vote is as good as gold. I agree, Northman. I agree. I definitely agree. Alright, auction time, let's go. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the bill you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising trade for the barons with A, lowering faith for the barons with B, raising farming for the chiefs with C, lowering trade for the chiefs with F, raising authority with E, lowering authority with F. Oh, you just insulted the royal consort, Lord Mason, and to defend her honor, she challenged you to a duel, and you beat her ass. That's what happened. 10 seconds left, everyone. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Vote, 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 vote. Oh my god, that's a lot of money. Oh my god, that's so much money you're spending. That's both schemes progressing. That which lurks spending 6,700 gold and Pathnik spending 6,000, almost all he has. Both of them just want to see Queen Alyster II die. A monument and an aqueduct. Jesus. I didn't know you hated me that much. The monument is going to be covered in silver and gold. Yep. The Stone Maiden? No fucking way. The Ritual? Well, your ambition. I do the ambition first, since it's the... I don't think you appeared in any other event. I do this because this is not for the win. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the mother of the nation. So far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's farms aren't producing enough food, your majesty. The peasants can't rely on you. Yeah, you're welcome, Lord Mason. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot. Change your image. Damn. Hating Kaji? No. The monarch? Yes. Okay. Thank you. The event with nobles missing in the east is rigged? Wait, what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies. Defeat their schemes with schemes of our own, but your other advisors have other ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend her full support. With the backing of the Church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any queen who recovers it will rule over a golden age. God damn it. I wanted to go to war with Ashmid now. That's the thing I wanted to do. I'm sure the 7/9ths would love you as a saint. Unfortunately, that's tied to farming. Ah, you're right. Like father, like daughter, perhaps? I don't know. You have an admittedly tiny but loyal contingent if you become a saint. Yeah, I don't think that the presupposti are there. I cannot think of the English word. You look it up. Presupposti. Look it up from Italian. Preconditions, I guess is. I don't think the preconditions are there. I don't think it's the Scepter of the Sages. I don't think it's Saint. It's Spy Network or Strong or Strength. And I think it might be. I think it might be military. Yeah. No. Like this is the optimal one, right? But I think that this is the most fitting. These two just don't quite fit the character. Exactly, how angry is she at her nobles not falling in line? I don't think she's angry, I think she's frustrated. I think she's very frustrated. To the point where she's starting to think, oh, the only thing you understand is violence? Okay, I'll give you violence. Yeah, going from Mother of the Nation to crushing everyone with an iron fist, exactly. Not a tyrant. Not a tyrant. Yeah, it's gonna be that. I don't like the fact that this is connotated as a tyrant. It's more like, remember as I said earlier, like at the very start I said, it's someone who's trying to care for the kingdom and showing a different kind of strength. But still able to have an iron fist if needed. I think that she's realizing that strength through care is something that the nobles don't understand. And so she's gonna give them what they want. Or what they can understand. Yeah, I don't think that she's as masterful as Alyster the First. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin putting together my plans. Let's go. Pretty loyal, that's good. Let's do the ritual first, right? Let's do the ritual. Name me your general and we'll conquer our enemies. Let's see if I survive these first. Just when you were about to give up hope on finding a witch, a merchant traveling through the capital from distant Trägårdstadt tells you where you can find one, after a few dozen drinks, of course. Her name is Magdalene, and she has agreed to meet with you in a secluded grove just outside of Trägårdstadt in the march. Regarding her for the first time, you know she is very much a witch. Thick, ragged hair, toothy green, the only thing she's missing is a pointy hat. You have the scent of the beast on you, Your Majesty. I see why you have come. What's happened to me? You have been inflicted by a theranthropic curse. You have become a were-creature. She sniffs at you. More specifically, you are a were-bear. To be cured, you will need to undergo a dangerous ritual. I can help you, but you must be prepared. I appreciate that still. Or I can help you overcome the spirit within you, giving you control of your new power. But that ritual is more dangerous. What will this cost me? I will not charge you, Your Highness, if that is what you are asking. The chance to work my magic upon you is enough. As for what it might cost you, it depends on your willpower. You know what? I need to think about this. I'm tempted. Oh no, I'm pretty sure there's also were-goose. Sorry. Oh, you know about it, Coalition? How do you know about it? Since I kept it pretty secret. There should be werecrap. Yeah, no, I was just kidding with the were-goose. It was just, it sounded fun. We're now warring, or at least going to. The power of were-view would be unmatched by anything but a were-goose. A warehouse. Byron Chiholo. So let me think. What faction are you? I think you're a count? No? Or a baron? Yeah, you're a baron. You're a baron here. Were crocodile. We know from the previous queen who was afflicted by the curse. We say to be rid of it. What does that mean? Torso hollowing out as it frowns, organs turning into crates. Were sharks. Oh my god, yeah. So, I don't know. I actually don't know. So, Queen Alyster has been pushing to get rid of this curse from the very start because she didn't even think it would be possible to control it. Now that she's given a chance, interesting. She might be interested. Immediately making them run out of air. That would be hilarious. I think he's referring to Lennox II, who are in the north. Yeah, I get that, but how do they know that this queen is affected? She had barely begun to control it when she was slaughtered. I think it would be worth learning. I think it would be save her from some sort of attack. I think that she's intrigued with the idea of controlling this. I think that Alyster II has a moment of hesitation here, and you know, she's had this idea of being a kind ruler for her whole life. And she's tried this for years at this point. And it didn't happen. Yeah, Lennox got rid of it, I think. And it hasn't worked. And Alyster was showing the same exact behaviors that Lennox II was experiencing, and some of the nobles took notice. Yeah, that makes sense. That can make sense. Yeah, also we have veterans. Yeah, that could make sense. I think she might go for control. I think she's going from wanting to care to becoming a care bear. Yep. Yeah, let's do it. Man, you feel one ambition check. Yeah, true. 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 Yeah, I think she's tempted. First, we must procure a number of rare ingredients. I will need a jar of Valir purple honey, a live goat, a moonstone dagger, and a bottle of wine. Red only, please. Most of these things I can procure myself with time, but any help would be appreciated if you wish to be cured quickly, especially with the honey. I'll find the honey, but you must source the rest. You commit to finding the most important ingredient, but allow Magdalene to pick up the more mundane elements. It takes her some time to collect everything, during which you lie low. When you next meet with Magdalene, she has prepared a ritual circle in her robe. The code is brought before the oldest tree in the circle, then slaughtered with the moonstone dagger. You may notice in the people making the leap, casting kill a bear and not going was likely. Oh, okay. Still kind of enjoy the rain. It's like the Kira bear doesn't favor the bear-loving chiefs. I don't think so, yeah. The blood mixes with the wine which the beads you drink before tying you down to a stone altar. What about the honey? Patience, your majesty. Magdalene then takes a mortar and pestle and mixes the honey in with the blood wine, creating a thick, mushy paste. The moment the substance passes your lips, horrible sights swim about your vision. Great spirit of a bear roars from beyond the trees. It's a beast standing tall on its hind legs, its powerful jaws dripping with blood and its eyes full of fury. 90%. Let's see if Alyster II manages to keep control, or if she loses herself in the frustration that becomes fury. Let's see. It's a success. Whoo! Pain streaks through your body as you thrash at the bindings. The great bear spirit roars in defiance, then starts to fade. The last thing you see before you pass out are its eyes staring deep into yours. When you wake, Magdalene greets you with a smile. You will now have mastery over yourself once more. All shall fear the beast within you. She's right, you feel as powerful as ever. The spirit of the bear courses like fire through your veins. Now you are in control. See? I didn't even fuck up your farming. There you go. There you go. See, you were all so worried. You didn't have trust in her. You should have trusted her. Abyss's Crusader. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? You are a chief. There you are. You're welcome. Now let's fuck you up with the Stone Maiden, though. Yeah, it's only to remove, I think. Yeah. Success, Anthony. Hi, Crusader. Behold, my liege, Sleep this Lap. Sleep this Lap pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Baron Anthony the Eternal. Truly eternal now. The statue is impeccably detailed, its expression a frozen grimace. A sad sight, is it not? It's not a statue, is it? Yeah, apt name. Astutely observed, your majesty, this is all that remains of my fellow baron. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the march. Isn't there a fairy tale about the Stone Maiden? Old women carry their children with tales of her, eh? She's a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Baron Anthony the Eternal on his latest hunting trip. Please, your majesty, we must do something. Reap, Anthony! Sorry for you. You have glorious blood in you, so you forgive us for our trepidation. That makes sense. That makes sense. The Herald of Doom and Grief stirs licked his lap. Well, the coalition does not like the use of magic. It is not the occult, and we stay with our loyalty. Well, I appreciate that. You almost survived the old dynasty, yeah? Alright, what do we do here? We send an army, right? We send an army. We send an army. We do it the Bearclaw way. My father died to that beast, we should hunt her down. I think we send an army and we solve this the Bearclaw way. We fight to the bitter end. Yes. Vasper the Pacifist as always. Together with Crusader and Vitamin Chi. Alright. It's definitely gonna be the Bearclaw way here. 80%. Let's go. Let's go. March our troops find the Stone Maiden waiting for them in a foggy swamp. Her eyes blazing through the swirling mist. She beckons. A terrible battle ensues, with hundreds of soldiers turned to stone at long last. Endless hammer blows shatter the Stone Maiden into 1,000 tiny pieces. Hell yeah. That's what she deserves. Good job. Good job. The Barons see this victory as a sign of the Ninth God's favor, and who's to say they're wrong? Oh, wow, okay. Faith. We got faith. We've got faith! Faith again in the march. No way. Faith in the march. And Vasper did not want us to fight it. Yeah. Yeah, it's faith. Ninth preserver of brave soldiers in the field. They learned well from their time abroad. Yes, they did. Perhaps I was wrong about the 10th. I mean, there's probably still heresy in the march. You give about one monarch until it's back down. Yep. We just. Oh god, we're starting to be low on funds here. Do we just cruel tax everyone? How much money do we get if we do this? Yeah, this is more like it, but I kind of don't like it. Would y'all mind like a general taxing round? More than, yeah, no, Caldevaga is sticking around for sure. I mean, I'm definitely gonna tax the Barons, right? If I tax everybody else, so. 11th God is the new. I would, yes. I'm poor. You're not poor, King Israel. I mind. I need these funds as Mel Revolution for the Chiefs. Alright, then let's just, you know. It's okay. Let's just keep it at a normal tax. It's fine. The monster below? The tomb reopened? God damn it. What's the monster below? What? I thought we were done with this. Your Majesty, terrible news from my northern Grand Bazaar. The ambition is literally called tyranny. Yeah, I mean, but that's the kind of thing that we tend to take a little bit of liberty in interpreting, especially in this long dynasty. We change some details to make them fit our story better. Like, for instance, the spy network is all about blackmail in the game, but our latest king developed. He won with the spy network, but we decided that it was more kind of a network of informants. So they weren't actually blackmailing people, they were just informing back so that the king could plan ahead. You know, it's little narrative liberties that we take so that it's a bit more varied, it's a bit more interesting, and it's not always the same thing since it's a long dynasty. It looks like the game caught up with the RP. Yep. The old man we killed was keeping the monster at bay. Oh, fuck. You recall we found that dead gentleman living in the tunnels beneath? Well, now we know what he was up to. There's a creature down there. It rose from the depths at sunset, having survived the flooding of the tunnels. What in the nine's name? It's a beast 10 feet tall, covered in shaggy hair, and with horns coiling all around its head. Its teeth... By Odell's horn, I've never seen anything like it. Let us go kill it. We can't leave it there, of course. It's a menace to everyone around, and we chiefs spent a great deal of money on the Grand Bazaar. Completely collapse the tunnels, but avoid destroying the Grand Bazaar. You want to go fight it? I think we should go fight it. I think we should go fight it. I mean, this is actually not fighting, but yeah. I told you that we should have spent the money on the funeral for a different reason, but still. Was this like the 12,000 gold bazaar? No, this was different. Put me in, coach, I will fight it. Okay. Okay, if the game allows me, I will. Leroy, check it. Alright, let's go. We'll surely win this time. 35%, more like 100%. Right? A demolition crew is quickly dispatched to deal with the towns below the Grand Bazaar. Nope, fuck. But unfortunately, the entire Grand Bazaar falls into what turns out to be a huge sinkhole. What? The chiefs are furious as their hard-earned gold literally collapses into the earth. At least the whole place has been evacuated. Fortunately, you don't hear any sign of the monster again. With that much trouble on top of it, you'd hope it's thoroughly dead. It's a Minotaur. Yeah, Defiance is a little high, but that's okay. The tomb reopened. Your Majesty, do you remember a while ago when you ordered that the tomb we discovered on the mountain be shut back up and forgotten about? Yeah, they lost the bazaar. No, it's not alive. It can't be. Yes, I believe so. A low-born gang of cutthroats and looters dug the door back up despite our efforts. They cracked open the tomb. And disappeared without trace, I presume? Sadly, no. The looters marched back out of the tomb at the head of an army of magic warriors made from ice. Fuck. They've taken over a nearby fortress and declared it an independent fiefdom called Frostopia. We need to kill them even just for the name. This kind of defiance must be answered, Your Majesty. We don't have long to decide on a response. Do we know the origin of these ice warriors? No. What do you suggest? This treachery must be stamped out. I agree. Send a diplomatic envoy to the looters? Send the Northern Army to wipe them out? We send the Northern Army, right? What could go wrong? Of course I'm gonna golden choice B. Of course I'm gonna golden choice B. Of course! We stamp these out. We send the troops. We fight them. I'm so tired of violence. Diplomacy first, then war when it's inevitable fails? When it inevitably fails? No, war first, then diplomacy while you organize another attack. I feel like this may not work out too well. I have trust. I have faith. I gotta count down from 5. Vote B to get free money. I love this queen who's sending the armies against all problems noble soon before ambition tyranny roll. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Diplomacy is a failure of war? Yeah. Let's go. Fuck. Oh my god! Well, I gotta go walk the dog, everybody. Sorry. Goodbye. The resultant siege is bitter. The Ice Warriors are formidable foes, inhumanly strong and untiring, each killing dozens of soldiers before it falls. But eventually your numbers win the day. Thank God. Victory celebrations are muted. The chief's army is devastated. The looters are decapitated, their heads spiked along the battlements of the fortress they took over. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we won in the end, but, you know, it was a Pyrrhic victory. Now, I have a feeling that, you know, folks are probably not going to listen to me after that. You've done some redecorating in the throne room, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. You must be doing well if you've got the Marshal laughing nervously, but that's nothing. Lag is still not me. You pull a lever in your throne and a trapdoor opens just as the Marshal's left. Beneath is a pit of writhing snakes. Classic! She composes herself. I've been serving the troops across the kingdom. Listen to the Marshal's report. 60% chance. Are they good enough? Nope, they're not. They're a complete mess. Barely know how to march in line. One of them won a fight against a training dummy, and I've been asked to give him a medal. What do we do? I'll sort it out, Your Majesty, just like always. Yeah, no, I don't think she's going through a super villain phase. I think she's just resorting to different means that are not hers, so she's not good at using them, and these are the results. These are the results. Come on, vieni qua. Vieni qua. Vieni qui. Vieni qui. Give me a second here. We got a doggo situation. All right. So, oh wow. Rats, comet sighting, and mercantile complaint. Okay, these are tame events, aren't they? Let's start with the plague of rats. So the action is moving to the east. Count Janusz strides into the council chambers, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the east are overrun by vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. Alright. Rat poison? Sounds good. I'm gonna say we don't spend this money. I mean, honestly, rat poison sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do that. You can also get the cats if you want, though. Of course. Retack, thanks so much for the follow. Hello and welcome. Alright. There's delay. Definitely do refresh if you're encountering delay. Alright, looks like it's gonna be a B. 15 to 7. Well, yeah, okay, let's go. Oh, vote delay? Ufi, hello and thank you for joining. How you doing? You're a chief. You are a chief. It's not cats this time. I'm amazed. I think we might get a monarch victory by attrition. I don't know. We'll see. Also, my Wi-Fi is extremely crunchy right now. I don't know if that's happening for anyone else. I'm still good internet-wise. You sent barrels of poison to the east, closely guarded. Soon rat corpses litter the land. It's messy and poison stockpiles will take some time to recover, but the infestation is over. And it's a success. Boom. So, looks like there's a delay on King of the Castle's end this time. Oh, okay. Mo? So let's do something here. Let's do something. Let me give you an opportunity to do a quick refresh. I'm gonna take like a 2-minute break. I need to use the restroom anyway. The dog is a little restless, so let me pet the dog for a second. I don't know, she must have heard some noise from the neighbors or from outside, so she's... Yeah, Molotov is acting a little scared, so to speak. She scares very easily. So she's a little restless. So, and I need to use the restroom. So let's take a 2-minute break. I'm gonna run 90 seconds of ads, and then we're gonna resume this. I'm gonna use the restroom, pet the dog, use the restroom, and then we're gonna resume. All right? Let's do that. Let's do that. So stretch your legs, grab a drink, grab a snack, refresh the stream, and I'll see you in 2 minutes. All right? Don't go anywhere. Apparently I can't get the ads started, so never mind. No ads. Oh, maybe they start now. Alright. See you in 2 minutes. Alright, and we are back. Molotov is finally feeling better. Give her a few pet her a little, I don't know. She's now back into her role. She rolled up. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. Let's go back to the east and solve some problems. shall we? Let's do the comet first. Oh, is my chat not working? Wait. Let me refresh it. Okay, now it's working. Awesome. Okay. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the east, Your Majesty. The peasants are claiming it is a terrible omen. Electry, hi. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? Well. I submitted my final research paper. Boy Scouts and non-binary pals can now focus on more important things. King of the Castle. Congrats, Lord Mason. Good job. Hell yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Wait, I asked someone a question earlier about an exam. Who was it? Someone said I couldn't be here because I was taking an exam. If that person is still here, how did the exam go? I asked and then I missed the answer, if there was an answer. Can handle a small drop in stability, my lady. I mean, honestly, it kind of is. You know what? Tell the church to dispel such baseless superstitions. Yeah. It's gonna... I'm sure this will work. Are you ready for a 5% win? Are you ready for this? Of course it doesn't work. Never mind. God damn it. Oh, well, never mind. No clip time. The priests of the East preach that the comet is actually a good omen due to a new interpretation of an obscure cluster of stars. Unfortunately, the peasants don't believe a word of it. It failed. Yep. For a few weeks, the East is gripped by panic. Riots break out in the streets. Soothsayers wander the land, foretelling doom. It's okay. It can happen. My liege, whether intentional or not, it warms my heart to see the cathedrals of the March once again filled with the masses. May salvation in the ninth await you and all with faith. The East is perhaps another story. Well, yeah. We'll see about that. I'm glad you're happy about this. Would have lost it if it worked. Me too. Would have expected. Your Majesty, the richest merchants in the East have bribed the counts to give them an exclusive charter. They now control all trade of silver and lumber, the East's most valuable goods. It's a monopoly, Your Majesty. They're scamming the public by fixing prices, pushing smaller traders like myself out of business. Something must be done. Yeah, you know what? I'll give you gold. I'll give you gold here. Yeah, I'll give you gold. King Israel. You have 8,000 gold. You're not poor. You're definitely not poor. Yeah, I don't think she would weigh in on the bribes. And like this is just let the some few people be bossy. She wouldn't let people be bossy, she wouldn't just Let them be bossy and be bossy yourself. This sounds like the more equal thing to do. Alright, I'm gonna count down from 5 here so that everybody can vote. Vote C to get free money, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Alright. You order soldiers to break up the monopoly, accompanied by an even more fearsome threat: lawyers. The charter is declared illegitimate, and accounts lose their investments. Yeah, Trash and Mason, you have very big delay. Refresh. Smaller traders in the east flourish once again, and prices return to a sensible level. The common folk rejoice. Let's go. A call for apprentices. Oh my god. So let's go with an invitation first, and then let's see who dies. Hey, Wild Vikings! Feel like a battle-hardened Merlin. Without a word, Count Wild Vikings hands you a blood-red envelope. It is sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night later in that year. Yeah, I should suppose I shall attend this event. That was easy. Today's just not my day. I'm sorry, Trash. It's a pleasure to meet you as well, Wild Vikings. Better not be me again, because I lost my money already. Oh. Well, let's see. And of course, it's Steel who brings bad news about wizards. It's so perfect. That is so freaking perfect. So perfect. Bad news, my liege. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Brusseldorf. I believe it is Bruskt, the Lord of Bells. Why is this a problem? They've put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking peasants from all over the marsh are lining up for their chance. And it is Ufi who just joined. Not just peasants, I, Ufi45, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those common folk are no match. It will be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. Well, sorry, Ufi. You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. We can't let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard in the council would present a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. Then we shall assemble the council. Cheers, my liege. Well, the choice is pretty easy here. You know? Oh, that's a cool idea, Dragon Pit. Yeah. Not much, but still something. Everybody gets gold. Everybody gets money. Everybody gets money. Of course I'm gonna let them become an apprentice. Of course. Why would I stop them? First game I ever played ended with this guy throwing me through a dream portal. It was actually pretty cool. That's epic. Yeah, this is legal. This is absolutely legal. Alright. Counting down from 5, vote B to get free money. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Who are the people who are having a lot of lag? Lower Mason and Trash. Have they voted? Come on, I'm gonna wait for Lord Mason and Trash here. Lord Mason voted. Trash, you're the only one who's missing here. Come on. Trash, vote for B. Come on, I'm not gonna deprive you of this golden choice as well. My computer crashed and shut off on its own. You can still vote for B, Trash. I'm just waiting for you here. It's just chocolate with a gold wrap. Trash. Last call, Trash. Another countdown just for you. Okay, you got the money. Awesome, let's go. That would be a genius idea, Northwind. I suppose that is an acceptable compromise. Ufi begins his journey to Brasseldorf immediately. His successor, Chief Ufi II, inherits his position in the council, but the treasury confiscates the vast majority of the East Wall as payment. Buddha's presence in Brasseldorf attracts all sorts of visitors, though the power of their linen magic starts to wield crops for miles around. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Alright, let's see. I don't think that we have a reputation yet. The Marshal requests that you come to the war room first thing in the morning, as she has news from her troops. 80%. Okay, the troops are looking good. The troops are looking good. They probably recovered and reassembled a little bit after the defeat, the harsh win against the ice soldiers. The Northern Warriors took out a whole nest of wyverns last month. See, yeah, they're slowly recovering. I don't think they're gonna be loyal to me, but yeah. Now the key is to make sure the armies are loyal to us, not to their region. Easier said than done, of course. I need to speak to the ordinary soldiers, grease some palms, smoke some cigars, reminisce over old war stories. They don't respect the council any more than I do. But at the end of the day, your majesty, it'll come down to how much they respect you. Yeah, I don't know. 60%, that's more than I thought. That evening she rides out to meet with the kingdom's soldiers and get the lay of the land. So I think that if Alyster II wins here, I don't think it's gonna be because of her merit. Honestly. I think it's going to be because of A, the benevolence of the nobles of the council following her her father's rule, and two, the absence of a strong leader from the claimants. Wait for her return, 60% chance. Let's go. And of course they don't. When she returns, the Marshal looks frustrated. She unstoppers a whiskey flask and takes a long, fierce swig. Damn it, the soldiers have no interest in turning against the council. What a waste of time. You need to get their respect somehow. I don't care how. Yeah, she doesn't have their respect. I thought so. I thought so. Now, everybody, these may decide the game. These may decide our game. Look at that. Both the counts and the chiefs can win. Both the counts and the chiefs can win in this round. Yeah, both the counts and the chiefs can win. Wait, what counts are in the second stage? Oh shit, they're on the second. Oh my god, I thought it was the third. Oh my god. Never mind. Oh, then the chiefs can win. Clan Blueberry can be once again on the throne. Yeah, so just to make this clear, exactly, just like Shiny Quartz was saying, if C passes, the chiefs win. So if the other regions don't want the chiefs to win, they have to fund 2 other buildings. I'm gonna start the auction in 3, 2, 1, go! Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are Raising military for the barons with A. Lowering authority with B. Raising farming for the chiefs with C. Lowering trade for the chiefs with D. Lowering farming for the counts with E. Raising authority with F. If the chiefs manage to fund successfully C, they win. Currently, the other two most funded buildings are F and A. Currently, F and A are winning. I'm gonna let you know when there's 20 seconds left. Vote, vote, vote. 20 seconds left now. I'm gonna let you know when there's 10 seconds left and 5 seconds left, because this is a very important vote. The chiefs should vote for C if they want to win right now. No, there was 10 seconds left, sorry. 5 seconds. Fund everything you have. Go! Oh my god, that's so much money. Oh my god, that's so much money. Can someone see how much was the funding for C? Can someone go back and look how much money was on C right before the vote ended? I want to see how close this was. Congrats to our barons here, preventing the scheme. Like and everybody else, Steele and Marley, 69. Good job, Marley. Nice. 20,000 plus gold. That's insane. It was like 10,000. Oh, okay. All right. This is pretty impressive. You're becoming really good at auctions, is all I'm gonna say. Wow. That was impressive. 20,000. Holy crap. And counts past their thing, and the barons get up to 9 military again. Our weapons are made of gold and our armor is made of silver. Yeah. Trick is to hold your funds in reserve until the last possible moment. Yeah. Yeah, you spent 21,000 on a monument. Yep. We hit the run out of events, pawn ambition, pawn of the game. Oh, okay. Yeah, this has been a long one. Let's go with the Crimson Vigil. The Crimson Vigil takes place in a bleak castle atop an eastern hill. Your journey takes weeks and your baggage train keeps getting stuck in bogs. Guest at the Crimson Vigil. Oh, you can pick it back up at any point in time, Trash. Like you can just say, oh, those years were chill, and then he became interested in politics again, you know, with the reign of monarch, blah blah. If you don't want to write everything. Yeah, I think Alyster told her about this. Not in detail, but yeah. Guests at the Crimson Vigil compete on who can dress in the most ghoulish and frightening costume. What did you dress as? I want to dress as a bear, but... I think a demon. I think a demon. Oh, there's Clara. The red dye makes your skin itch, and your hoof-like shoes are difficult to move around in, but you strike a startling figure. As you're assessing your appearance, Count Wild Viking sweeps in dressed as a living corpse. Let me say hi to Clara. Give me a sec. Alright. So, where were we here? Welcome, welcome. I see you are dressed as one of the servants of the seventh god. How delightfully blasphemous. Please remember to stay in the upper levels. The dungeons are out of bounds. In the ballroom you find the counts gathered, all dressed up as frightful monsters. Wolfmen, pumpkinheads, witches. A waiter glides past holding a tray of canapes. A pianist plays a mournful tune. Oh no, I should have gone with the sandwiches first. God damn it. Thank you, Wild Vikings. I definitely do look forward to it. I appreciate your welcome. But wine, yeah. Get me wine, please. Thank you. By hitting every single moment of realization that the monument of boldness, or just bold monument, is now immortalized in the dynasty. That's what it is? Still, you have literally 0 money. Good job. Good job. Oh, we did something. The Crimson Vigil begins at midnight. What role will you take? Mourner? Or are you willing to portray a Hound of the Betrayer? The Monster Man, hello and welcome. How you doing? Do you not have a more prestigious role you can offer me? The most prestigious role is the Queen in Exile, but that is usually reserved only for counts who have been attending the vigils for many years. Alright. Then we'll pray... Oh god, if I play a Mourner... No. I kinda think I want to play the Hounds of the Betrayer. Or something. Happy to hear you're doing good. Wow, that list of people. Yeah, we got a few nobles around here. This is a populated dynasty. Feel free to join anytime. Alright, let's go, Mourner. Your ceremonial role is to stand among the other mourners and wait for the hounds to catch the Queen in Exile. After that, just follow what the other mourners do. Good luck. The counts gather. After Count Wild Vikings delivers a short speech about remembering the old ways, a flaming crown is placed upon his head. I will be playing the Queen in Exile this evening. The hounds of the Betrayer will try to catch me, but fear not. I am swift as a falling star and old as the hills. Stand among the other mourners. Wild Vikings runs down the corridor, flames licking behind him, pursued by a dozen counts in monstrous costumes. It's a bizarre sight. Wait. Half an hour later, Wild Vikings is dragged back, his crown still smoldering. One by one, the other mourners drop to their knees in the posture of worship. Well, we bow here. You drop to your knees and the counts smirk at the fact that their queen is nailed. The ceremony concludes with a mock execution and a bottle of red wine spilled over Wild Viking's head. I think she still respects her father's traditions, right? The Monster Man. You are a chief. There you are. After that, the music is more cheerful. The counts dance and chat long into the night. At dawn, you board your carriage and begin the long journey back to the capital. Alright. That was smooth. Now let's grab a sandwich. I don't mean to exaggerate, Your Highness, but I believe I have pioneered the most incredible invention in the history of mankind. Thank you so much for the follow, the Monster Man. Happy to have you with us tonight. Take a good night. Have a good night, Anthony. See you around next time. I was just in a small party playing cards with some old friends. I called for a servant to bring me something to eat that was both tasty and convenient. And what they brought me will change the world forever. I doubt that somehow. Prepare to eat your words. Much better, caller. Yeah, look at this. Bakery. Oh my god, this is perfect. The sandwich coming from the bakery. Yeah, of course the one who offers a sandwich is the same house who has a widespread bakery in the kingdom. Behold! She holds in the air a plate. Atop the plate are 2 slices of bread with a piece of meat wedged between them. It allows the hungry noble to consume 2 slices of bread plus meat all at once, saving valuable time. While the bread serves as an impregnable barrier, preventing one's hands from being besmirched by meaty juices. Ingenious. The game knows. In a few years' time, I expect everyone to be enjoying a nice king usual for lunch. But naturally, This innovation cannot be made available for free. Every time a King Israel is consumed, I expect a small royalty payment. Yeah, your name is Blue. Yeah. It sounds unhealthy. So, it's just a rehash of the Morph Man. You're right. So what do we do here? I mean, no strong opinions on this, so I'm just gonna start the vote. Yeah, this is fate. This is absolutely fate. You see, gray? Oh, that's weird. No way. Are you actually gonna vote D? Are you gonna be that asshole? You're gonna be asshole to... I don't want to believe this. I invent the guillotine still goes against the occult, especially with the Wizard of Press and stuff. Yep, and Israel brings forth the sandwich. It is fate. I don't want to freaking believe this. You're actually voting for D. Alright, I'm gonna... I mean, it's D. It's pretty clear that it's D. So it's not gonna be the King Israel. Alright. Oh, you want the Morphman recognized, okay. Yeah. No, I just didn't think you would go for D. Blood and Stars, you wouldn't have invented this snack if I hadn't specifically requested a convenient meal. Despite countless King Israel's protestations, the servant is brought before you. Hello, Your Majesty. Most people call me Footlong due to my large feet. I mean, I like the sound of that. Do any of us have our plans? So you are joining tonight a recurrent dynasty. This is a roleplay and lore building heavy dynasty that we've been playing for almost 3 months. And it has a lot of history behind it. You can find both on our Discord and on our World Anvil page. But yeah, for tonight, just follow the flow, I would say. Chiefs trying to raise their farming. Please don't do that, King Israel. Please don't do that. It is decided henceforth, this innovative dish shall be known as Footlong. Footlongs prove a massively popular lunch, and bakers spring up across the east experimenting with new ingredients. Turns out you can put almost anything between 2 pieces of bread. Alright. What would that stat be? Farming here. The plant. Alright, ambition time. We need to feed the ice giants, my lord. It's the Nightbot. It's Nightbot, Marley. I'll ride out and speak to the soldiers again. Perhaps their respect for you has grown. 80% chance. Can we do it? No. I told you. They just don't... They just do not respect me. They just don't respect me. They just don't respect me. They just don't respect me. I told you. Occupational hazards. We received a message from the wizard Brsk, Your Majesty. I heard it in my mind during breakfast. It was quite disturbing. Their new apprentice, Ufi, had died. This is quite normal, Your Majesty. The survival rate of wizards' apprentices is less than 1 in 10. Regardless, Brsk has sent us compensation. How charitable. Eventually they respect your persistence? Well, I hope so. And what are the damage that they already wrought in Brusseldorf? Did we receive any compensation for that? Alas, no. Only this 150 gold. The chiefs need to raise their farming. I appreciate that, Steel. So... I mean, let's give it to the successor. Let's give it to the successor. It's only fair. It's only fair. We can buy a couple chickens or something. Yeah, exactly. Or the barons, yeah, but you know, for the barons it's just so little that it doesn't really make a big difference. Whereas for Chief Ufi II, it kind of is a big difference since they have 0 gold. Alright, counting down from 5, 4, it's very close, it's 9 to 7, 3, 2, 1, and 0. A1, give it to the successor. That's it. This is an insult to my namesake's memory. Who does this wizard think they are? Why don't you ask them for more? With all due respect, your highness, have you not heard the idiom, they demanded money from a wizard? It means to die. Yeah, no need to get snarky, dude. Your suggestion doesn't go down well. Apparently you should have known better. The one from me. And Kiwi, your majesty, there's a particular forest in the north that nobody's allowed to enter because it's owned by the queen. If we cleared it, it could prove valuable as a pasture for cattle or growing crops. Right now it serves no purpose. So I own a whole forest? Several, as a matter of fact. You have exclusive hunting rights over them, but you never visit. I petitioned the council to transfer ownership, nothing personal. Okay, this is gonna be bad. I mean, I can't afford to lose authority, so... Yeah, I mean, the thing is, what would the queen do? They never behave like the lure right for them, that's true. Sally Taisei. I think that she's given up on that. Like, that's the thing. Like, it actually does make sense that she wants to just... Like, she stopped trying to care. I'm actually gonna do Golden Choice C here. It doesn't need to be punishment. Like, it's not necessarily punishment. But it's kind of like to prove a point at this point. It's like, she tried being caring. Like, previously, she would have absolutely given it. Even if it was against, like, if this had been her before, she would have absolutely given it away. Even if it meant risking losing on the spot, you know? If this meant rolling an ambition and then if failing that, that would have been a loss, I would have done that. I would have done it 100%. But she's moved past it. She's moved past that kind of ambition. Alright, counting down from 5 here. Vote C to get free money. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Gods be good. When will you ever visit this stupid place? Your Majesty, you barely leave the palace. It's just... I think you registered, yeah. Alright. And let's see if it actually ends. It's an 80%. I have a feeling it might not end. We fucking did it. We fucking did it in the end. It took us how many tries? Like 4 tries? It takes. You can rebuild from starting from the following turn. We did it. This is honestly, this is not good for the kingdom. When she returns, the marshal punches you in the arm so hard you almost puke. Ow. Cheer up, you drip. We've done it. The troops are with us. They're fed up with the council passing all these namby-pamby so-called laws. It's time for an iron fist to punch this kingdom back into shape. For the next few weeks, soldiers from across the kingdom mutiny against their commanding officers and swear fealty directly to the queen. The nobles beg for a council session to discuss this crisis, but you put them off, blaming the renovation of the council hall. Yeah, I was starting to think that that would never happen. Try 3, try 4, try getting an ambition. God. Of course there's one person you can't avoid, your wife. I feel a great darkness upon me to think that we're seizing control of the armies of my own people. I won't hurt anyone, it's just to make a point. Maybe I'm a fool, but I believe you, don't let me down. At long last, after you're sure the armies of the kingdom are in the palm of your hand, you allow the next council session to go ahead. The final council session. The marshal stands at your right hand, flanked by a garrison of the Heated Watch. The honor guard flanks you on the other side, ready for anything. She was so idealistic and now she's just burning shit. Kinda. Kiwi, take care. Thank you for being here. See you around. The nobles file in one by one. Is that an Iron Maiden? Most of them are looking nervous, but Chief Candid Banana just looks angry. Your recent conduct has been outrageous, Your Highness. Unforgivable. Delaying the council session, secret meetings with your soldiers, violating the feudal contract. My top officers have been killed in this little mutiny of yours. Let's call a vote right now. I'm ready to deprive you of that crown. No, scratch that. I'm ready to deprive you of your head. That's a little too much, Candy Banana. Actually, I don't think she's... Yeah. No, we're not pulling the lever. Yeah, exactly. I think just this. By the old gods, you can't do this. It turns out you can, in fact, do this. Chief Candy Banana is dragged off while their other nobles shuffle their feet. There's a moment of silence. Yep, Highness, I'm sure we're all delighted to be here. Right, you lot, I don't think we need any more votes, do we? The Queen can take over from here. Of course, Marshal. Exactly, one example is here the others. Exactly. It's like, she doesn't want to spill blood, but she also cannot let that pass. Of course they will remember Steel. You don't need to scare them, Marshal. She wouldn't do anything so disrespectful as rolling her eyes, but she folds her arms huffily. As you say, Your Majesty. As the nobles shuffle out with their tails between their legs, you let out a joyful laugh. Maybe some would describe it as an evil cackle. As the nobles shuffle out with their tails between their legs, they let out a joyful laugh. Maybe some would describe it as an evil cackle. But those people would be dissidents, and you'd deal with them harshly. Without the council holding you back, your daily duties are so easy, so efficient. Your firm grip of the kingdom will secure an excellent future for little Alyster III when the time comes. Your reign of terror is here, but your future has only just begun. GG, good game, everybody. Good game. Wow, this was a long one. This was a pretty long one. GG. I honestly starting to think I wouldn't get through this. Oh, DJ Biggrass. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome, Raiders. Oh no, that sounds lovely, sweet. hello, everybody. Can we please get a shout out for DJ Biggrass? Hello and welcome. I am MrKaji, everybody. You're joining right at the end of a game. I pretty much stream King of the Castle, and that's all I do. So if you enjoy these, do stick around. Belladon, thank you so much for the follow. Tonight we're playing our recurring Dynasty game that we play for 3 months at a time, and it's focused on role-playing, lore building. There's a lot of lore that we've built. You can take a look at our World Anvil page to get an idea of what we're doing. Basically, people write lore for their own noble house, and then we bring it over to the World Anvil, and you know, we create stories about it for 3 months at a time, and then we start a new one. Tonight was episode 10 of the current dynasty, and we're gonna start a new one at the start of January. So if that sounds exciting, definitely do stick around. And thanks so much for the follow, everybody. Belladon, Raujimi, J Manji. Thanks again for the... Oh, no worries, DJ Bigras. Thank you so much for the raid again. Thank you for bringing everybody in. How are you, and how was your stream? Were you playing King of the Castle? Yeah, this is the first monarch to ever make it to the third in this dynasty. Well, I'm glad I could, you know, make your acquaintance, even if just for a moment. That's a huge accomplishment. It is. Hello, everybody. We played American Arcadia today. Oh, I saw that one. I kind of want to play it at some point. It looks fun. It looks really well made. So you're confirming that it's a good game. Awesome. Fantastic stuff. Really enjoyed it. Awesome. It was super fun. Good stuff. Yeah, I've only heard good things about it. It's like the Truman Show. Yeah. So you're the second person who says that. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I used to stream a variety of games, but since this game came out in March, I've only been playing King of the Castle because I'm apparently obsessed. and I've also been I've started developing a little system to resolve conflicts between noble houses. So if you write lore for your noble house, and during the game that we play, you know, some conflict comes up and you want to fight another house, I'm working on a kind of a tabletop RPG-ish system to resolve that. We did a couple of playtests. Oh, you do love it. Yeah, your name is familiar. I think I saw you play it. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks again for bringing everybody over. We're just about to wrap up here. So if you don't mind, let us just read these together. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say it, but you know, I was like, maybe I'm misremembering and I haven't actually rated them, and it's gonna be, you know, not good. But I thought I rated you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Mwah. All right, so the Baron's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Baron Otto Valinor ended their life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. Otto Valinor, sorry. The chiefs decided that the time must not have been ripe. The prophecy was quietly forgotten by all except the god speakers who waited for the right omens to rise again. With their plans in tatters, the counts retreated to their castles to brood. Their olive branch was rejected. The secret of eternity that they had guarded for eons, they would not be so kind again. Queen Alyster II's reign spanned another 15 blood-drenched years. The council couldn't defy her, fearing a gruesome fate. It was a dark and fearful time for everyone, but the queen, who seemed to enjoy herself immensely, especially when spikes and thumbscrews were involved. And Queen Alyster II the Iron-Fisted, which is a fitting moniker, if you look at it, because that's pretty much when, you know, she pivoted. 3 years and 9 months. This was a long reign. This was very long. Yep. Yeah. Nobles, we have Darth Von Doom with over 20,000 gold, and Vukic with just 200, so still you're not the poorest anymore. And this is going to be your next king, actually. King Alyster III. Interesting stuff. Stats are looking interesting. I'm curious to see where this will lead. Still not seen 4 years? Oh, it's possible. I think I've seen it. So after this, there will be a King of the Castle break. Then after the new year, 17th of January, we'll start a new dynasty. So I've published both on Discord and on Twitter the schedule for the rest of the month. The last episode of this is going to be on December the 27th. And then I'm probably going to take the first week of January off. And then we're going to start the new dynasty. That's the idea. But dates for January, I'm going to announce it at the end of the year, basically. Probably on the last stream, which is going to be on the 29th. That's the general plan. But there's going to be 2 more sessions of this dynasty. Yeah, exactly. Casual Hoi. Yeah, Casual Hoi went for almost 6 years. Yep. All right. This was long for me. This was long. Almost 4 years. In the end, Queen Alyster was not respected, and I think that she managed to keep the throne just because some nobles still supported her, because of her father's reputation, and because there were no other strong leaders that you know, appeared in the kingdom. Treasury money, this much, 3,500. The monarch won. I see. Thank you, Hoi. Yeah. So I think that's gonna be really interesting. Like, her experience, I think, is gonna be really interesting to see how it shapes her son's character. I have a few ideas, but I'm gonna think about it more during the week. All right. Okay, so this is it for Queen Alyster II's reign. Thanks so much for playing, everybody. We're approaching the Bearclaw Dynasty's conclusion. We only have 2 more sessions to go, and I'm really curious to see if this lineage here will be the one that can finally bring a little bit of stability back to the kingdom, or if the kingdom is gonna plummet back into chaos. We'll find out more next time in the reign of King Alyster III. Thanks so much for playing. See you around.